let me say this here now. Because based on the results next week, I may not appear on the podcast. Eze penalty decision. Vinicius Junior,
Mbappe,
who suffered this thing, and the referee pointed to the spot. Do you think he will rescind the decision?
About I saying on the Eze penalty, it was never a penalty.
as for this one, I agree with you.
Thank you, coach. Now good day.
It was never a penalty.
Never.
The guy show you AI video. Then you tweet it.
No, not be penalty. Not be AI. I see.
What
why?
is show you the AI?
Not be that one.
The game we don't watch.
The guy brings some fake Zoom AI.
You never the guy wear yellow boots. The video, no. Who makes the final for you?
I think it's Bayern Atletico.
Danny.
Hey.
Arsenal.
So I didn't be dishonest.
He's very dishonest. That Roma team will
Guys, calm down. Daddy K, ladies and gentlemen,
serious team, cry.
Malango podcast by Betway. We are back. Guys, we are back. We are back.
The Rossi in penalty.
Okay.
Yes, we
Not
are
be
back.
the goal, so the contest,
whole
no.
game.
If Roma said they feel say this thing there, this will massa, we go score them.
Coach, you the bed.
You finish with the lead 3-0.
The bed.
3-0.
Introduce the phone.
3-0 against Liverpool.
Listen, that's
Semi-final. You know, be say round of 16. Champions League semi. You dey see the final. You 3-0. Go open inside.
So now who is the bash?
Oh, but that final, that Liverpool first half, they don't play bad though.
Ladies
It's
and
not about playing bad.
gentlemen,
It's about being smart.
But it's not in them.
It's not in them to be smart.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
I agree.
Guys. Yo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Malango podcast by Betway. Guys, good to be back, man.
Good to see you, man. Good to have you back.
Welcome back.
Yeah,
It's
man.
been a mighty long time.
Full crew, man.
Yo.
Why they can't sing my 18 says somebody beats.
What? Malango podcast, we are back. Coach, give me a hand.
You've told it now.
Come on, get out. Quick. Charlie, the man that we do the show, I don't know where he come from. I just listen. Charlie. I don't know. I
So the thing flew over my head.
If Benjamin Sarri goes into the post that he didn't do, I'll say, come on, get out quick.
That thing,
I don't know. It was. I didn't plan it. Like it just pop out.
Man, it's been so long, man. It's been so long. Happy to be back, man. But you guys held it down.
Yeah, man,
Guys
it's good
held
to
it
have
down.
you back.
Yeah.
man, good to
Coach,
Charlie,
give me a hug.
It's always a pleasure.
Give me a hug.
Now good.
Can't hold it.
Me and your Bema hug.
Bema hug.
Me pe cushion. Me hug you now.
Yes.
Bibi
Oh, Charlie.
cushion for the pussy. Now I know about me say kulem.
Gulem.
Now who did
If I bore my chest, you go hug me.
No. You still don't get the message.
Get it.
I want the hugging me, but
Wait, what do you mean by this?
Malleable.
We hug like this. Why did you do this?
A malleable venture.
Your front dosage to me engulf you.
When you are hugging, you do this.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
I'm saying when you are embracing it, there's you have some full front dosage to me embrace you and I engulf you, sir.
Namely, those that you know, I'm not passing we are saying.
I'm not passing there.
He has gone through a dosage in the morning. This guy, you see, everything he gets here, he
Clarity
deserves
is
to go.
important. No, clarity is important.
I wanted
He
to
said-
expose him.
We are talking about hugging.
Hey, look at
And
when
I'm saying that
Yes.
when you are embracing a man, I don't embrace a man. I don't hug a man.
Yes.
There's no benefit
guy
there.
He said there is a dose.
And I'm saying that when I'm embracing, I have to embrace a woman because there are two front touch. You see, front touch,
front what?
touch. Engulf you. And once you do that, they engulf you. They oh, good.
Oh, what's
Good.
Numo.
Yana wale na embrebi. Why?
But in gallons, they the car inside.
Gallons.
Hey.
gallons of what?
Why buy fuel?
Oh, so me, I did the office today with my business partner for the office inside. She dey sell juice and other concoctions. When she tell me, say, oh, make her tell somebody, say, make her take a chew gallon. When I say, what? Out of curiosity, I say, what a chew order? where she say,
You know say,
But when
if you come here, you go bring come floor.
Hey, Daddy, hold on. Hold on. Is there one or two other?
she's on cute.
No. Ask your business about
Yeah, so I say, like out of curiosity, you know, me, I always ask questions. So I say, oh, what they actually order? Where you say, I say, So I go downstairs, go in office inside. I want to see the order. I see the thing. It be atadre juice. But you see, it is so
Actually, what are you doing with atadre juice? 2 gallons.
2 gallons. Where I ask her and say, why they order the atadre? He say,
This is a long weekend, eh?
he said for the weekend. That's what he told me. That's the answer. I quote, for the weekend.
Hey,
And I quote. End quote.
For the weekend.
Everything that gets thrown at Tuesday, he deserves it. The people who started the hashtag Justice for Achuno. When we were talking about the hag, he hacked to Achu says dosage.
He said dosage.
He said
He mentioned the word.
What?
No, he said Anopa saying. Because his mind is not here.
Anopa saying, area saying.
No, sir. Wait. Right. See.
We are just hugging. Now we are talking about Anopa saying,
Anopa saying, area saying.
Do this.
I should do it.
Because his mind is not here.
Don't do
He
it.
needs
Anopa
guidance.
No. We all know.
He said dosage
Yes.
of hags.
Dosage rationing. When you go to the hospital and you hear the word dosage, there is time for each one. So
I know part 2 area man go enumerate 10.
thank you.
I say thank you. You go do am. They laugh. It be true.
210.
210 quick.
You see that way?
210.
You see that way? Thank you. I find the word dream.
How much we need to 2 and 1 for 3.
What's matter? Acoustic quality.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Today, she put for his status. Artistic. She put for his status. Charlie, I see.
And Achu,
That be the same thing come on any side.
Achu,
Acoustic.
you make your point very clear. You then acoustic.
See this allegation.
No, I just ask you simple. Make I ask you.
No.
Still, you don't talk to you. You have not told her. No. You've not told her.
This thing.
Still, have you told her or not?
No. Wait, this thing.
Have you told her
In
or
fact,
not?
all 3 of us, we are doing something.
No.
Namely, wait. I'm saying that there is nothing to tell. Because this person that's...
And
No. This person...
We are sure
No. This person that these two are...
See the acoustic qualities in that.
It's not acoustic.
It should be acoustic.
It's not acoustic.
Damn, man.
It's not acoustic.
Damn, man.
Let's do the show.
If you see the guy, what do you see?
Let's do the show.
It's not true.
I mean, highly acoustic. Charlie. Highly acoustic.
He can lie.
Highly acoustic.
Why are you lying?
Why what?
Why are you lying?
But what they show me is highly acoustic.
So it is a little bit true.
Charlie, let's go.
But I know your spec. If I see your spec, I'll go say.
Friends, let's start the show. Why?
This one,
No, but let's clap for Citro. Let's clap for Citro.
He get correct BB.
Let's clap for Citro. Citro did a fantastic job in your absence.
He did. I was watching
Even the comment section even says so.
every single one.
Yeah.
Why?
When you are hosting, you comport yourself
People
very
believe
well.
you are.
Oh, no be the time I hold to put a fool.
No, but they comport
yes,
yourself. in the
himself.
They said
Yeah.
compared to, no, there are levels
Yeah, there are levels
to the fooling.
Yeah.
So when you are here, the fooling is less.
It's less.
I'm versatile.
Where if
Every set then composure.
then composure.
If I go,
When the people say if somebody talk where you know they disagree, you know they quench them a mic. Oh, you don't see that comment?
I see.
You see the comment?
I see.
Go see the comments.
I see.
Autocratic.
you make I get shot.
Autocratic. They say some hosts, if they talk way, then they agree, then they quench your mind. They're not gonna allow you to talk.
Another artistic moment.
Artistic quality.
Anyway, guys, listen. It's good to be back. We've got a lot to cover today. And what a time to be back, guys. What a time to be back. Because in midweek, we saw the greatest Champions League game in history. Arguably.
Yeah. One of the best.
It depends. According to some other people, 0-0 is control, is good, no problem. But Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, 9-goal thriller. And it's perfectly poised for a return leg and another showdown in München in just a week time.
7-6.
What a game. What a game that awaits us. And so we're going to dissect it, all of it. Dissect it all. Cut it open. The coach, help me with the biology terms. Dissect, bisect.
That's right. That's right. Dissect,
so listen, there are a number of storylines.
Is there a difference between dissecting and bisecting?
Bisecting is like actually two.
And dissecting?
Die is multiple.
Oh, die is multiple.
Mm-hmm. Yes, die. And then buy.
Yeah.
Like dissect, multiple angles. Bisect is two.
Perpendicular bisector.
I'm using English here. Yeah. So if biology means I'm just using my English background to explain this, but I feel like that's what it should mean.
Yeah, actually that's it.
Yeah. Anyway, so listen, coach, there's been a lot of people that have said, poor defending. This is not how to play football. Like, it's no balance, nothing. You have to find the right balance. If you concede 5 goals in the Champions League semi-final, that's ridiculous. Like, you can't win like that. Like, you know what I mean? There are those that have said, this is how football should be played. Both teams going at each other, ding dong. And this is a perfect example of what entertaining football is. So I don't know where you belong in this argument, or whether you belong to the ones that say, yes, you can question the defending in this game, but you also have to say, this is what every fan wants to see. Or maybe you are more of a tactical. You want a bit more control. Everything you want to. I don't know where you belong. But Coach Sicho, let me start with you before I go around. There's been a number of.
But you mentioned coach.
Yeah, I was addressing him. I want coach to pay attention.
He's been biased. But I'm cool.
Oh, where is the bias?
I've seen the attempts. I've seen the attempts.
Coach is.
But you are
so somebody can mention your name on the pod again for reference.
No, but he mentioned my name.
And then he changed his mind.
That's what he biased.
See Declan Rice.
Sicho. 5-4. Obviously, on the scoreline, Paris Saint-Germain are the winners of this game.
Yep.
I have a slim advantage, 1 goal advantage. But there were multiple winners in this match. Let's go through them. And not just the scoreline, but I saw something that really tickled my fancy. That the highest rated players in this game were the 3 attackers on both sides.
Yep.
It's a ridiculous attacking football on display. One of the best I've seen from 2 teams. Equal strength, equal everything. Like what were the key defining moments in this game? I don't know where PSG got what they got or where Bayern got what they got from. Like it was unbelievable. We all knew there would be goals.
Yeah.
I don't think we expected that there would be 9 goals.
I'm not sure the coaches even thought there would be 9 goals. I'm not sure the events that panned out were necessarily planned by the coaches. And they themselves would have been at times surprised by the sheer intensity and the pace in the game. And I think the pace and the intensity of the game affected everything else.
Yeah.
There's a reason why teams that have got the sharpest attack historically do tend to score a lot of goals. So when you think of BBC, when you think of MSM, when you think of the Luis Suarez, when you think of Mane, Salah, Firmino, when you think of all the great attacks that have got real pace about them,
Rooney Tevez,
like they get to score a lot of goals. And it's simply because there's something about speed that you can't plan against. Because when you have a plan and the speed goes past the plan, before you readjust, if there's quality with the people with speed, you're far gone. You're far gone. And that is why teams that have got quality and they hit the opponents on the counter attack, they are very devastating. So it's in this game. These two teams have got enormous pace about them. By the time they breach one thing that you want to regroup and find a solution to, the punishment is there. And what didn't help both sides was the clinical edge of these two teams. Both teams were clinical. In fact, if you go into a game with 5 shots on target against Manuel Neuer and he doesn't make one single save, that should tell you the quality of shots he faced on the day. And if you can't...
I saw a stat that is the first time in the history of the Champions League where a goalkeeper has conceded this many goals without making a single save in the match.
Yeah.
And 2 of the shots he didn't move.
Yeah, and when you consider that there were 5 goals and we've not been able to blame Manuel Neuer for at least one of them. None of the goals that hit the back of the net could be attributed to goalkeeper.
Let's go through PSG's goals. There are people that said that is poor defending.
So I want to what I also want to say is, we saw a lot of goals, right? But people say it's poor defending and blah blah blah. And I've gone to look at all those goals again, and I'm saying it wasn't necessarily down to poor defending. It was great attacking football, manipulating defenses to create the spaces. And we've seen top teams and top talent do this every time all over the world. And that is what we saw. Now there are goals that you thought they could have done better. Both teams could have done better, especially the 2-headed goals. The João Neves goal, I think the principle for Bayern was, it's João Neves, so he's not the most physically domineering in that box. So Musiala deal with him. Musiala hasn't got any defensive ability about him at all. But if Bayern Munich realize that João Neves gets in amongst the goals from set pieces a lot, either from out swinger, east swingers, or corners, he somewhere sneaks into the far post to score or whatever. But they underrated his quality. The ball was perfect for him, and then he did score a very good goal. The Upamecano goal as well was poorly marked, but that poor marking came from a coaching issue because Luis Enrique made a substitution right at the time they were going to take the set piece. And for most coaches, you don't make a substitution when you're defending a set piece. You want your team to stay focused, but once you take somebody off and you bring on somebody, you're more likely to have people losing their men. And that is perhaps what caused them there. But I just want to go into... So the first goal we saw was a penalty from Harry Kane. Then Kvaratskhelia got the equalizer. Now, the Kvaratskhelia goal, and I hope the cameras can capture this. It was a brilliant PSG move that we've seen at times from last season, and we saw it a couple of times in this game. Now, what happened in that game in this game was this: if this is Kvaratskhelia, the man in number 7, right? So he's somewhere here, and then Stanisic. And there's the principle in the way the two teams play, especially Bayern. They press 1v1, and their men take the risk of going
very aggressive
with whoever.
Now, no
matter
the zone.
This is the Rizui.
Sometimes as high up the opposition penalty box.
Yes. So this is that's how you do it. So let me push Dembele here, and then let me push. Okay, so Hakimi pushes up the pitch, and then this how you do it. Makes a move here. Now, Bayern have got a couple of players here. This is Kimmich. And keep an eye on what I'm going to say about Kimmich because he played a very crucial part here as well. So this is, if you like, Diaz. Now, this is Kvaratskhelia. And then Bayern PSG have got the ball somewhere here. Desiree Doué is playing on this side, but he made a move to this part of the pitch. And then once the ball was in the defense, he makes this move and then drops very deep to this side. And because of the 1v1 aggressive marking of Bayern, Upamecano follows him into this zone. So straight away, there's an opening here. And Tar has to almost move around to come and come. He can't go too far because Dembele is lacking. And then at that time, Afonso Davies also has to keep watch. Pavlovic is here. And then the others are making the move. Hakimi and Co are making the move there. Now, as soon as he drops and receives the ball, it is Stanisic who is in this position. And Sanchez is already squared on because he's facing Kvaratskhelia, waiting to pounce. Then Desiree Doué picks the pass into this space. Now, once he picks the pass into this space, Kvaratskhelia and the Stanisic have a brilliant 1v1. Here is Pavlovic. Now, this back line is retreating along with the attackers. Now, Pavlovic is also desperately making a run from this position, trying to go and defend this space. because he knows that Kvaratskhelia is a winger. He can cut the ball back to anybody who's arriving. So he's desperately trying to get it to this space. Now, remember, Upamecano has almost overcommitted himself yesterday.
There's no chance he can defend anymore.
So now Kimmich is struggling to come and double up on Kvaratskhelia and help Stanisic defend.
Yeah.
By the time Kimmich gets somewhere here, Kvaratskhelia is somewhere here. And then he's beating his man, opening the angle. And Kimmich, as soon as Kimmich arrives on the scene, the killer is gone. Ball into the bottom corner. What I'm saying is the movement of Doué, knowing very well how Bayern defends.
Yeah.
If Bayern weren't defending this way, maybe Doué doesn't move. But Doué knows that if I go, I'll take a man with me. Yeah. And if I take him with me, and then Kvaratskhelia also moves, there's that chance. Yeah. So when you're looking at defending, the context should be in the way the two teams defend and how the attacking team manipulated how they were defending. So Doué does that, and then the ball goes over the top, and Kvaratskhelia.
And this happened multiple times.
Play a lot of times. In fact,
also for the second Kvaratskhelia goal.
In fact, for the second Kvaratskhelia goal, it happened. And also people talk about the Olise goal.
Yeah.
The Olise goal.
They say that they were not tight enough. That PSG were not tight enough.
The Olise goal. PSG were on the ball and they lost the ball in their house. So Bayern regrouped. And PSG had all their midfielders and all their attackers trying to squeeze the ball and win it quickly. But there's more danger that if they won it, Bayern were out of shape. But there's something Olise did, which was smart. Olise almost, as is known now, nonchalantly walked as if he's not part of the game. He walked and moved into the space behind the PSG midfield. And then the PSG backline was intact. But what happened was there was Harry Kane for Pacho to watch. Yeah. And there was Musiala
who was
for Marquinhos to also watch. Right? So once Olise got the ball in that little space, the ball was behind the midfield and then the attackers of PSG and right in front of the back line of PSG. Once he got the ball, Marquinhos and Pacho didn't know whether to approach and block him or not.
Forward.
If they did step forward,
Musiala
it's an easy pass for Musiala. If Pacho makes that move, Harry Kane moves past him. So what they have to do is try and wait and delay. But when they've got the quality Olise has got, he takes one touch. John Evans is trying to close down. Vitinha is trying to close down by his legs, and then he scores. Okay. At that point, it is 2-2. Then the third goal happens from the penalty, which I thought shouldn't have been a penalty. Ball comes off Davies' hands, body and onto his hands. But in the second half, you would think Vincent Kompany makes a mistake by taking Davies off. The reason he brings on Lima is naturally a midfielder. And he needed Diaz to hug the line more so that Lima will underlap. In fact, the first opening in that second half came to Lima. When he underlapped and the ball came to him, but he couldn't sort out his feet. But that change also cost Bayern almost those 3 goals in the first 12 minutes of the second half. Some way, somehow, Lima wasn't at the races. He wasn't up to speed. Some way, somehow, the intensity of the game, he couldn't instantly match it.
And that's because he had just come on. Probably the warm-up wasn't even enough to match the intensity of the game.
The pace at which the boys were playing, if it was Pep Guardiola, he probably wouldn't make any change until an injury. And that's what I understand him. When the game is of a certain intensity, chemistry, and understanding, he doesn't want to disrupt it.
It's called rhythm. Because the player coming in doesn't have the rhythm of the rest of the team.
So then we talk about the Kvaratskhelia second goal. Yeah. Again, they said to do it. And something he did. Now, this is PSG who are in red. Let me arrange my players very soon. This is PSG who are in red. Right? And so, here they are. This is the Moose. And then...
No, you're getting confused. This will not be there. And that's your
assistant referee. Okay. Please, I need them.
So,
assistant referee.
The baby girl.
Assistant referee.
The referee is here.
The referee was, at the time of the goal, the referee was somewhere here. Or Danny, they be here somewhere here. This guy fool. So for the Kvaratskhelia second goal.
Yes.
This is what happened. This is Hakimi.
Yes.
Who had moved to hack this line. Now, this is Dembele. This is Desiree Doué. This is João Neves. This is Vitinha. Okay. Now, João Neves was somewhere here when the move was starting. But there's a certain level of synchronization in teams that can cause problems for anybody. Yeah. And that is what happened to Bayern. So, when Vitinha got the ball in this space,
Yes.
and he was being closed down by Kimmich, João Neves moved infield. And in moving infield, he carried Pavlovic with him,
Yeah.
which then opened up. This is Luis Diaz, which then opened up this space. As soon as the space opened up, Desiree made the move for the space.
And once again, 1v1 defending, someone follows him.
As soon as he made the move for the space, Conor Lima came with him.
Yes.
So this space is vacated. Already, this space is vacated. That's Dembele, who's in the box. This space is vacated.
Where's Zaire Emery?
Now, so this is if you like.
So no, that can be Zaire Emery.
That's Zaire Emery. Yes, that's Zaire Emery. So once he makes the move, this place is vacated. That's how you do a cam shot.
Yeah.
And then Conor Lima comes with him.
And he leaves a vast space behind.
As soon as Due comes and Lima drops with him, Hakimi is on his bike. By the time Diaz turns, Hakimi is gone. Then the ball comes over the top. Then this guy didn't stop here. He was also making a move. In fact, when he made this move, the ball came. He started making a move into the box. By now, I've got players here to defend. So Stanisic also tries to come back to come and defend this part of, and that is where Kvaratskhelia arrives.
He was free.
And when he arrived, there's something very intelligent about how he scored the goal.
He held his run.
He held his run. Manuel Neuer knows that Stanisic is defending this side of the goal. Most often than not, a lot of attackers will use him as the block to bend the ball around.
Right.
So Neuer almost guesses that the ball will go this way.
Yeah.
So he starts making a move to make this space
his
smaller.
left.
But this boy here says, forget. Even though Stanisic is here, he can't catch it with his hand. So I'm going around his legs.
Yeah.
And then goes around his leg and then finds this part of the corner.
And the technique to do that
10 against
brilliant.
9 out of 10 will curl the ball around him. And it wouldn't have been a bad move. And Neuer had read it well. But the boy still went this way. So again.
So that was almost an Mbappe-like kind of thing.
Yes. He actually opened himself up as though he was curling the ball.
Mbappe is the one that's perfected that technique.
Absolutely. So when you look at the goal that Bayern PSG scored, I don't put them down to defensive collapse or poor decision making at the back. I put them to share pace and share rhythm and chemistry. It's the synchronization of the movement. This thing that they did, because it can beat anything.
Even if dual movement that brought Lama with him, it took Vitinha to hold on. He dragged the ball.
He dragged the ball so that Hakimi can start running.
Yes.
So Hakimi got off the bike before the pass came.
It's crazy.
It's the synchronization.
At the same time.
No, it's the synchronization. And this thing, look, people are talking plenty. If this thing can beat Bayern Munich, forget it can beat everything.
Right.
If this thing that they were doing could manipulate Bayern, it can beat everything. So at that point, they are 4-2. Then the Dembele goal happens, place it through the legs of, and that one, almost everybody was in place. It's just brilliance. Due holds the ball until the time where he's attracted 3 bodies to himself. He sent the ball to Dembele for 1v1, cuts in through the legs of his man, wrong foots the goalkeeper.
So 5-2, everybody says, that's it, the game is done. Good. Close shop, see it through.
Yes.
But no.
So
that's why people say it's foolishness.
But there's context.
From Enrique's side.
There's context.
Okay.
At 5-2, when you look at PSG and the way they play, they won't set back. They don't do that. What PSG can do is to keep possession of the ball and then play the ball around and get the opponents to run around. And still, when they have the openings, though, if PSG have the opportunity to score 20, they will. PSG won't score 5. That is PSG. That is why they are champions. That is why in the Champions League final, they didn't score 2. They didn't score 3. They scored 5.
Yes.
That is PSG. It is their game. So when you're analyzing PSG, don't bring a Chelsea or Arsenal or Madrid or Barca context. No. This is how PSG plays. Okay. And when PSG want to keep hold of what they have, there's a way they do it. They will slow the game down.
And that's not part
of
the
pass. No. It's not part of them. They will, if that's what you wanted to see, they will never see it. You can see that in the Premier League, not with PSG. Okay. So what Luis Enrique tried to do, which was the right idea, but yet again, it backfired, I think, because of the intensity of the game and the personnel he brought.
But also the quality on the Bayern side. You can't deny that.
Obviously, and the quality of the Bayern side. Now, this
That it didn't matter what you did. The quality was always going to shine.
So what Enrique was trying to do was that, so even that was very early.
Yeah.
As soon as they went 5-2 up, before the 65th minute, he was taking off Zaire Emery, who, by the way, had a very good game. He had a very, very good game. He took off Zaire Emery and brought on Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz, very physical, is bigger than all the midfielders they've got. He can hold the ball. He can take the steam out of the game. He plays the game almost in slow motion. He can get on the ball. When it's on the ball, it's like a glue. You can't take it off him unless you foul him. So I'm thinking the idea for bringing Fabian Ruiz that early in the game, if the game was, say, 2-2, 3-2, I'm not sure he brings him on. But because he wanted to control and slow things down, he brings him on. But unfortunately, just like Cornel Lima took time to warm up into the game was too fast for Fabian Ruiz. He had just returned from injury. He lacked match fitness. He lacked rhythm. And the pace of the game was too fast for him. 50-50 balls, he arrived late. When the ball came to him, he reacted late. Everybody was reacting to the ball. So he came, even got a yellow card quick because he was frustrated. But again, the time he made the change was a problem because that is the time the game came to 5-3. As soon as he made the change, PSG conceded from a set piece from poor marking. And I think PSG Bayern might have as well scored. But if PSG had done the change after that set piece, maybe the organization and the communication and the structure in defending would have been better. But once you make the change, there can be disruption. The opponents can plan better. They can see some holes and then they lose Mark Upamecano. Then they get a goal. Then the PSG are almost playing 10 against 11. Because anytime Fabian Ruiz is supposed to bring a certain level of calmness when the ball gets to the ball, he loses it. Anytime he has to close down, he's a shade late. So Bayern start getting control. Bayern get the control. And the instance where Harry Kane drops into the... So if this is Kane, this is the back line of PSG. Right? And this is Harry Kane. In fact, it was Kvaratskhelia who was with the ball and running down this line. And Bayern took the ball from him. As soon as they took the ball from him, as soon as this is virtually how the play was. As soon as they took the ball from him, Harry Kane drops very deep into the center circle and he receives the ball. When he received the ball, Pacho had no option than to try and close down on Musiala. Because Harry Kane would have easily slipped him through if there was so much space behind him. And when Musiala turns, no defender wants that. So Pacho was making that approach. But there was this movement here between Hakimi and then Marquinhos. Harry Kane picks his head up, and Kane's ability and the weight of the pass was perfect. Hakimi sees Luis Diaz. I think he might have communicated to his man here, Marquinhos, that Diaz is behind him. So as soon as Harry Kane picks his head down to go and play the pass, Diaz is on his bike and Marquinhos is tracking that run. But mind you, because Pacho had just dropped, before he turns and go, he's late. And Hakimi stops running because this guy is going with him. And this is where Diaz controls the ball. And it comes down to world-class ability. Because even when you control the ball, Marquinhos did enough to block the path to his shot. And
the control wasn't just control, it was control that dribble.
Yes.
But he still recovered really well. Marquinhos
recovered well.
Then he shimmied.
And if you look at Marquinhos' body posture, he had blocked the short path of Diaz.
So Diaz couldn't take the shot on the first touch.
If he did, it probably would deflect off Marquinhos and nobody knows where it would go.
So that was actually good from Marquinhos. Because the way he jammed, he still recovered.
If that boy is Garnacho,
he wins
Gittins.
He wins it.
No, he takes the strike and the ball hits the player.
You mean the attacker? If the attacker was those...
Yeah. First and foremost, they couldn't have controlled the ball like Diaz, but granted they did. Just in case. Well, let's say the ball didn't control. You put the ball there. That you put it there.
Don't control the touch.
Don't control.
Just shoot.
The on the side of the foot.
Yes.
Like,
or if it is Cody Gakpo, the man they kept and allowed him to go. He can't control the ball that way. But let's just say we've controlled the ball for them, so they're in the position. They probably take the shot quickly and it blocks it. But it is that extra second to be confident enough to do the extra thing. Because you talk about Kvaratskhelia.
Another touch.
Kvaratskhelia deciding he's going near post. Dembele deciding I'm going near post. Like These things are not
decision
These
making.
things are not everyday
No, you
attacker's
don't teach
decision.
them.
It's world class.
Yes.
And then he scores the goal to make it 5-4. So for me, yes, when you talk about the set pieces and some other giveaways, fine.
But by and large,
it was the sheer quality and the intensity, the speed with which, and the chemistry with which these boys were operating. That was unreal. And when you look at the Olise, to wrap up, when you look at the Olise chance he missed in the first half, that could have sent Bayern 2-0. As soon as Due lost the ball, look at Bayern's movements. Quickly ball to Harry Kane. And look at how Olise was scampering into the space. He gets the ball, comes, he takes it back, can't get a full bend on the ball with his instep. And the goalkeeper
I
makes the
couldn't
save.
even believe that he squeezed the ball in. Like,
Yes.
it almost looked like it was going out of touch.
Yes. And then there's also the Dembele chance, 1v1. He couldn't wrap his foot around the ball to score. So, look, by and large, this game, we saw a lot of
There
goals.
were attempts at control, but
Fence. And finally, if Bayern and PSG in 2026 can't control a game like this, there is no team in the world that is capable, because they are the best at it.
Yeah.
These two teams we saw, no team in the world can control games than them. No team. So if they struggle to control each other on that pitch, then who?
What you see? I just have a brilliantly explained. Thank you, Sicho. I just have I get very confused about what people mean by control. So control means what? Yembo 1-0,
stand on the ball.
2-0. No. Like one. I'm saying that a 5-4 can be a well-controlled game that ended 5-4.
Yes.
Like so, but when people say control, they almost speak as if the 5-4 meant that
and finally
there was. Like, I don't get it. Like, we can play a controlling 5-4 and it's entertaining and it's enjoyable, but there was control. And control doesn't always mean
low goals. And finally, just like Fabian Ruiz didn't give PSG the sort of presence they thought they would get, the same thing happened for Bayern.
Yeah.
If Leon Goretzka, also the pace of the game didn't get away from Goretzka, Bayern could have won the game 6-5 or the game would have been 5-5. At the time Bayern brought on Leon Goretzka, right? PSG were almost playing 10 against 11. In fact, at some point, 9 against 11. If you take off the ineffectiveness of Fabian Ruiz and Hakimi pulling a hamstring, Goretzka, the game was running away from him. He couldn't control ball. He couldn't receive the pass. He couldn't even see the pass when it was coming, because he was also another player who hasn't seen enough game time. And he also came into the game where the game was running away from him. So both managers tried things that were ideal to the way they play. But the quality of the game and the pace of the game was such that those things didn't necessarily work. And it wasn't because they were naive.
DK, I wanted to bring in that man as sitting over there. He said I was being biased against him. Kochi,
Bosu.
You watch the game from a fan point of view and from a tactical point of view.
Exactly.
I don't know what you made of it. Like, you are, I know, okay, well, because I happen to know you, I know you come from the Jose Mourinho school of coaching.
I am a blend.
You are a hybrid.
Of course. But I'm one of those people who will respect a lead if I have one.
Right.
Irrespective of my DNA.
And you think there were moments in this game where Luis Enrique didn't respect the fact that he had a comfortable lead?
I think he was too disrespectful.
Okay.
On the day. I think that was, look, he himself, when he was asked the question, he tried to make it seem as if there was nothing he could have done.
Yeah.
That is not true.
Really?
It's not true.
Okay.
Sergio has done an excellent job at trying to explain.
Yeah.
But when people say that he should control, you don't need to have the ball to control a game.
Mm-hmm.
You can control a game without keeping the ball.
Of course.
And that, I think, would have coincided with the fact that he himself, as a manager, would have respected the fact that they had a comfortable 3-0 lead.
Okay.
Now, for the neutrals or for the fan, we are happy it's just a 1-goal deficit, because that second leg is going to be even more explosive.
Fireworks.
Okay? And I think the decision not to acknowledge the fact that they had a 3-goal advantage at some point, will cost them the final.
You think that will be the difference between
that will
making
cause,
the final and getting kicked out?
That will cost them the final. Take it from me. Bayern will eliminate them.
Interesting.
Yes. Now, you see, these two teams, they play very similar football. And if you look at the way they play, their fullbacks and their wingers
Very high
are
up.
more or less their first attacking options.
Second wingers.
You understand? So when Olise picks up the ball, whoever is playing as a fullback will have to go. Because it is when he goeth, that is where Olise get the chance to.
When you want.
He goeth.
That's what Lisa get a chance.
That is where Olise get a chance to use him as a decoy and take on the fullback.
Right.
Go to Kvaratskhelia. Go to Dewey. When they also pick the ball, Mendes and Hakimi,
Yeah.
they also go.
They take off.
Because normally when the fullback takes off, the wingers tend to go to sleep.
Of course.
They don't see them go.
You mean the opposition wingers?
I mean the opposition wingers, of course. So by the time they realize, so they are always.
And if you watch all of the goals,
was
every
what
time the fullbacks were involved,
Oh,
the opposition wingers were nowhere to be found. Yeah, that's true.
And for me, it is shocking that the two coaches knew that this is the way they play. So could there have been a tactical instruction that would have meant that, look, Diaz, look, Dewey, look, Olise, when your direct opponent is taking off to help double up on your fullback, you need to be smart enough to follow so they become a 2v2. I didn't see any of them do that. And to me, that was shocking. Because they were both aware of how the two teams were going to attack from that end. So let's put that to bed. That was a blatant blunder on the part of the two coaches. I'm not going to...
Is it not also a case of maybe both coaches trying to play to where their real advantages and that keeping the wingers high up was to try and deter the other fullbacks from going up?
It will cost you now. It will cost you now. Because at the end of the day, I don't see how if Kvaratskhelia picks up the ball and Mendes joins him, I don't see how the Bayern win back or the Bayern fullback survives that. He only survives that by drawing the centre backs out of their position. And the moment it comes into the middle, those Vitinha, they'll pick the pass.
Too much quality.
They'll pick the pass because the gap that will be too huge.
And your next issue?
Now, my next issue was where I love, everything Spain, especially when there's that Barcelona connection I tend to love. My next issue was when Luis Enrique just completely disappointed me.
How?
When they came back in that second half,
they had a 3-2 lead.
I'm not sure he dreamt that in less than 10 minutes,
Leading 5-2.
he'll be leading 5-2.
Oh.
I'm not sure. Now, the moment that you could see the jubilation on the bench, the moment that happened and they started jubilating, that is where with all his years of experience, he should have gone back to the basics. And what to be the basics? At least for once, stop Hakimi and go. Stop them. Do you know what? It's 5-2. Stay in your position. Keep in shape. Could they have dropped Vitinha? Yes!
A couple of years back.
Because they've got proper outlet. When you're passing the ball to Kvaratskhelia, you don't need to pass it to him. Put it in space. Do it in space. Dembele. So that was, in my view, another tactical way of controlling the game. Bayern at the time, they were seriously wounded. So you can tell that they will come out. Look, you can tell that they will come out. And nobody can convince me that if PSG had stayed compact for that period that Bayern came into the game, they wouldn't have caught Bayern on only decent 2-3 counter-attacks to have gone to punish them 6-7.
Bayern, no matter what, with a 3-goal deficit, they were going to commit.
German champions, you've won the German league.
Yeah,
and everybody in Germany is thinking that you should go and win the Champions League. All of a sudden, 5-2 now. Come on, and they'll come for you. They'll come for you. So that is where, you see, the PSG team is not the sort of thing who cannot even pass through the press. They could pass.
They
So
have
they
that
could have
ability.
sat and brought Leo Bayern, bring them on board, and then take the ball off them. Use your technical players, pass the ball, and then bam!
Like they did to Chelsea at home.
There you go. Because at that time, Bayern was also throwing their two fullbacks, and we all know the two centre backs of Bayern, especially the. He's not quick. He's not quick.
Especially the
Jonathan.
He's not quick. Oh. Is he quick? He's not quick. He can run.
this is some elite this thing.
Yeah, no, it's
Especially
the elite
the-
pan. Oh.
Charlie,
It's some elite pan, like Coach Dino pan.
Yes. Okay.
especially the
No, this one is onomatopoeia.
Jonathan.
No, the clapping part is
Yes.
the
linking
verbal
is
part is
together.
pan. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
You see, we all know he's not quick. Could PSG have done that? Fent, do you doubt that they could have done that? They could have done that.
Simple.
And they would have won the game 6-7. And then, you see, if they had done that 6, Bayern would have. Wait a minute. It has to be damage limitation now because it's becoming embarrassing. It's becoming disgraceful. Even at 5-2, Bayern were hitting. Hey!
Still coming for it.
With Olise, Hurricane, Kimmich, and this quality, 5? No, we will not accept that.
Yeah.
That was where Luis Enrique, in my view, was disappointed.
That's where he let the game slip away.
Just drop the line a bit and then keep. You see, another one, if he had done that, Kvaratskhelia, wide.
Yeah.
But look,
And to help make your
I've told
point,
them. Stop.
you're saying that because they didn't withdraw the defensive line a little bit or midfield
that
line,
was what
attacking line.
caught them in the.
Yes, that's what you're getting at.
Yes.
The Luis Diaz one, for example.
As for the
The set piece.
the Upamecano goal,
Yeah.
we all accept that those goals were badly
They
defended.
can always happen.
But I'm talking about those goals that actually were scored from open play.
Yeah.
Could they have? If the line was a bit deep, Hurricane is not picking that pass. Luis Diaz himself is not cutting in front of Hakimi to the blind side of Marquinhos and then Hurricane. No, all those
And as
things will
Sicho
not happen.
explained, that would have meant that the centre backs will not foolishly follow
Yes.
the attackers into midfield.
That's
Okay.
it.
That's
So that was
making
coaching.
sense.
That was coaching. You see, that was a semi-final. So the final beckons. Is ahead of you.
Yeah.
It's there to be grabbed.
And to be fair, 5-2 is a huge advantage. 3 goals.
If the game has ended 5-2, PSG would have gone to Allianz Arena, sit back in
They probably
first
would have
ten.
won there too.
Of course, they would have gone to beat them. They would just sit back. You come and equalize. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, pa, pa. Yes, we saw them against Chelsea.
Papa.
When Chelsea came, pa, 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 pa. Hakimi, young Congo, pa. Pa, pa, pa. Oh, Charlie.
Oh, Charlie.
We are gone. We are
Tell
gone.
me first.
Now, Luis Enrique again. You see, the timing of the substitution, the Spanish boy,
Fabian
how many games has he played since he came back from
Chicho
injury?
made that point.
How many
Very
games has he
few.
played? So he
doesn't
didn't
have
think
enough
through the
minutes.
situation right. And the fact that he called upon that guy to come and control. We all know the guy that when he's match fit, he's the boss ukena. He brings the best out of the 2 Portuguese guys because he more or less slows down the tempo. He's the controller. People say it is Vitinha is the one who passes the ball in speed. But that's real. But he
Fabian
blocks.
Ruiz reminds me of a player like Zidane. Like,
Exactly.
He doesn't rush on the
And you know
ball.
what? He protects the ball so well that
Yeah, that's what Chicho was talking about.
it becomes difficult
Yeah.
to get the ball off him. But at the time he called upon him, could he have waited? Because that was close to the ball. 25 minutes, 28 minutes.
That was early.
Too early.
Yeah,
57th minute.
57 minutes.
As soon as they go there,
You understand? Again, that is Luis Enrique's fault. Was there the need for that at that point? No.
It looks like it was a pre-planned substitution.
That is the way it sounded. But
that did
even
not
that,
account for
And that's
the
what
two
coach
early
means
goals.
by the scoreline
So
surprise.
I don't think it was pre-planned. I think the idea is like
Yeah,
you
you
said,
mentioned it.
but it
Control.
backfired.
It backfired.
It backfired.
because at the end of the day, one would have thought, okay, Could I have gotten those on the pitch to withdraw a bit, compact a bit, and then for the next 10? Because look, once Bayern had considered 2 goals in 10 minutes, natural instinct would tell you that these guys will come for us. Who told you football should not be played at some point in time where you respecting your opponent and then respecting the lead you have? Luis Enrique failed to do that. Look, believe you me, if they don't get to the final, he'll go back and look at that moment over 2 legs and say, this was where
We lost it.
I got it wrong. This was where I got it wrong. So when he brought the guy, he couldn't live with the pace of the game. He couldn't.
Yeah.
Did we see him even get on the ball and do his usual blocking?
He got a yellow card.
was always
Yes,
late.
he was always late in whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
And I feel that was where the game
That's an
was
interesting
thrown.
perspective.
That was where the game was thrown away. As for the fans who think that somebody could have control or it is good to entertain, yes, both sides are 100% right. It depends on how you are looking at it and where you are coming from. For me as a coach, like I've said, 3-2 first half, he didn't dream of that 5-2. If you look at the way the first half had gone, he didn't think that it would become 5-2 that early. He got the 5-2 lead and he didn't know how to manage the 5-2 lead. That was what came back to hurt the team. And I'm saying emphatically that decision not to respect the lead and not to get his team to drop off and see. You see, there are times when you drop, you see what they will do to you.
Yeah.
There's limited space. So those passes that Hurricane now was virtually dropping deep and just going.
So that's what I get your point 100%. So it essentially saying that there was a bit of arrogance
Very, very arrogant.
from the
It is him.
PSG.
We all know him.
Yeah.
We
Of
all know
course,
him.
It's
We
his
know
way
him.
or no way.
It's my way or no way. You remember Richard asked Dembele, why do you press so high like that? What was his answer?
Yeah, Luis Enrique. You
either
don't
run
say
or
if you
you-
don't, you sit on the bench.
If I don't press, Enrique will bench me.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So
And we
he
saw the
knew-
video of him telling Kylian Mbappe.
Yes. So he could. So you see, this is the sort of manager. So which means you could have dropped them.
Yeah.
You could have dropped the line and then created a zone. Let's wait for Assad when they get into this zone. Then pop on them.
Yeah.
And then pop. Then you move on. You go and expose them. He didn't do that.
Interesting.
And that, I think, will cause them the final.
Interesting. Coach, thank you. Brilliant. Eliminating. Danica, I see you have gone to also pull the tactical board. What are you about to show us?
It's not anything giddy giddy.
He said control.
I think you see Cicho, and I like the way Cicho analyzed the game. He's taking
Especially
us
the goals,
to,
yeah? Yeah.
not necessarily the games, for how the two teams defend.
Right.
But I want to stress on that. And that's what disappoints me. When I say, for me, you look at it through the context of the coach and the philosophy of the coaches and how they defend.
Yes.
But even with that, there are ways that you can approach it to cater for the opposition that you are facing.
Okay.
So this aggressive man-to-man pressing,
Marking, yeah.
the antidote against that thing, technical players, very good
course.
dribblers and pace. When you look across the PSG front line, they have that.
Of course.
You can even add the two laterals in
Very
Mendes
skillful.
and Hakimi. They have that. So already,
Oh, yeah, Vitinha,
even
John Neves, midfielders, even Zaire Emery.
I'm
Those
saying
are
the
the
people who go high up. So it's usually like a front five because Hakimi and Mendes with a front three. So already on paper, 5 of those PSG attackers already have an upper hand against you if you are going to follow them aggressively because they still have the ability to receive 10 and dribble past
Yes.
you. On the flip side also, Olise,
Diaz.
Kane, Musiala,
Yeah.
very good with the ball. They can pick 10, dribble, and they also have pace. Hurricane's own is even more dangerous because his ability to drop, his understanding of the zone is different from Dembele. Dembele will drop, but he doesn't understand. When Hurricane drops, he's like Kimmich.
Yes.
If you close your eyes
You
and
can
you
see
are,
a pass.
he can see a pass.
Yes.
He even picks spaces that defense or blocks passing lane. So he's very intelligent even in that zone.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, I'm a coach and I'm planning or I'm plotting for this game. Already, on paper, if I choose to go aggressive man to man, these guys still have an avenue to
How
go
long
past
will that
me.
even last?
So
Both coaches knew that.
both coaches
knew.
knew that. Now let me tell you why it's very disappointing to me. First of all, from a Bayern Munich point of view.
Okay.
Before Kvaratskhelia scored the equalizer, PSG had gone forward, I think, twice. I don't think they ended up in shots, but they were red flags.
Yeah.
Testing.
And I'm saying, I'm trying to analyze this from the coach's lens.
Of course.
Club World Cup final, Chelsea against PSG. Chelsea used an aggressive man-to-man marking system. But what did they do? They transferred responsibility when it went past certain zones.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if Hakimi... Oh, Charlie.
Yeah, thank you.
Tilt time, so the camera go fit pick.
Yes.
So, you said the red one be PSG.
Yes.
The red one be
No, be
PSG.
yeah, red one.
So the red one be PSG.
Actually,
The red
you can
one-
use
red
that
one
as
be-
Bayern.
You go fit use red one at Bayern.
Bayern are red, yeah.
So, this is from a PSG point of view, or from a Bayern defensive point of view. So, if this is your friend is
Do it.
Due, and Due is moving this way, you follow him.
Yeah.
When he gets here, you leave him for this guy to come and take, because this is his zone, and
Yes.
you go back.
Yeah.
If you move past this zone, you are not following. But if you
You are
do
fully.
this, if
Yeah, you are being stupid. Because
No, that's what I said.
Yeah, you
I
are
said
fully.
if you move past that
if you
zone,
move
Yeah,
past
you
this
are
zone,
being
yes,
stupid. You are being
if you
stupid.
move past this zone or move past this zone, as Bayern, you remember the Chelsea Bayern game? I said it here that yes, Bayern were brilliant, but from what I saw, if company is going to persist with this thing, top teams will find
Will
an
expose
antidote to them. And I even felt that if Chelsea had faced them again with Maresca,
Yeah.
I believe that Chelsea would have been able to beat them.
Massa.
Well, I'm telling you, it won't happen. So let's not talk about
He
it.
only beats top teams. Let's go.
Look,
Why not with Rosenau?
Please, can we stay on track? Can we stay on track? Coach, let's stay on track.
Coach, cool down.
so these are my issues, and I'm thinking about it. I'm from a company point of view.
Yeah.
You know that I know that this is how you defend, and you've done it all season because you have a superior quality advantage
At home.
All the teams that you face.
In the Bundesliga.
But when you are facing PSG,
Respect.
as I said,
Respect.
the antidote for your system they possess,
Yes.
and they possess it in abundance. So by you doing this, you are basically setting yourself up
Yeah.
to be breached, and I don't think that is smart. I think that
And that played out in a lot of the goals.
yes,
That's what
I think that within your own philosophy, you could have easily allowed them to transfer responsibility, and it is very possible because in these one-off games, it's easier for you to do these complicated instructions because they don't need to carry it for the next 10 games. It's just for the PSG game. Because apart from PSG, how many teams in Europe have players like this in the attack?
That's a fair
Very
point.
few.
Yeah.
Again, the way PSG play and how reliant they are on their technical ability, it should even stop you from doing this thing. Because this interesting way that this funny positional play thing they do, no,
Very fluid.
they intentionally maneuver you to create spaces for each other,
Yeah.
knowing that
You come.
you follow
you
me,
follow them,
and I
yeah.
don't care
Yeah.
if you follow me.
The way
because
they
when I
did it
pick
twice, it both
I can
resulted
turn-
in goals.
Yes, I can
Yeah.
turn and I can dribble past you. And if it becomes a speed race, once I turn and I'm hitting it into space, my attacker or my teammate is always in an advantageous position because he is facing the ball. He's come to run. You are not going-
yet to.
So that split second thing already gives him an advantage.
yeah, yeah.
They also know that once that ball goes into space, none of the defenders who are there are going to close the space because their man is on the man they are picking up. That's what explains your Olise goal.
Yes.
Because none of them could leave the ball and come because they already have their man. And that's the strict man-to-man defending. For me, what doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to defend the zone or defend the scenario, not necessarily because your man is not a gender person.
The opposing players are doing.
Yes. So that's where my issue was from the Bayern point of view. From the PSG point of view, in fact, let me just quickly explain the Kvaratskhelia goal.
Yeah. Which of them?
The first one.
Okay.
So me, I don't understand why Upamecano had to follow him down there. There's something called awareness. The top defenders in the world, they all have it. Defensive awareness. You are in a back four. Kvaratskhelia has been taken by Stanisic. You are watching Desiree do it. What's his name?
Marquinhos.
Marquinhos is on Dembele.
Yes.
And
Tar
the
is
left
on
back,
Dembele.
yes, Tar, sorry. Tar is on Dembele. And then the left back, Afonso
Diaz.
Davies,
Yeah,
is on Diaz. Hakimi has come forward. A midfielder has picked him up. Very aggressive. Boga, if you follow this following, you are following this guy now. It's either you're extremely tight and you are forcing him back when he picks the ball, or you don't go at all. So once Desiree Doué takes off before you, and the pass is going to come to him, stop.
Yeah.
Because you will always be late. And you should know defensive awareness.
And just to
By
add
the
to
way,
it,
just so the people are clear, you've swapped the teams. So this is blue,
PSG are
yeah, so
blue now. No, it's okay. It's fine.
yeah.
So PSG are in blue now.
And just to add to what you say, if you look at the movement, it was similar to what Vinicius did against I think Kim Min-jae.
yes,
So
Bayern.
he against Bayern again. So
When
he
followed-
stepped off. So Doué steps off as if he's running behind Upamecano. And then
Space is
Upamecano changes
created.
direction. And then he zooms out.
Quick.
So you are late.
You are
So
late.
once you realize you are late,
Once you realize you are late, you stop running.
Yeah.
Because if you look at when Doué took
Number
off,
2, no wasa.
Wasa. If you look at when he took off, he literally had the time to pick the ball, turn, and then hit it.
and he brought him out to his own half.
Yes, because you were late in spotting that run. So, per the principle, you've made a mistake because you are not tight enough. So stop it.
And another thing of the once is like you are saying, there wasn't a need to follow him yet. Once he's in his zone, he's not dangerous.
It's not dangerous.
He's
It's not dangerous. And even anything,
An
eventually
advantage is being created for eventually they will come.
They'll come.
So stay there and wait for them. That's
stay
the idea
there.
of staying and
Because to
seeing.
be fair, of what danger was Doué
No danger.
Over here.
where
What's he
he
going to
was? So much so that,
What's he going to do there?
Yeah.
But defensive awareness, the lack of defensive
or
awareness.
maybe instruction, as you just said, that's just how they train.
That could be, but you need to be
Like,
aware.
That's what
That could be the
What about strict application?
No,
I don't
the
follow.
strict application is you not allowing Doué to take off.
What about if Doué comes and creates an overload somewhere that opens up another space?
No,
Do you know how to open up space?
It will come to
Do you know
them.
how to open up space? Because everybody else is following instruction.
Yes.
You have made a mistake and you've let him go, but he's in their zone. So he's not dangerous.
And you can see.
If you make the mistake around here and you quickly have that one, I understand why you have to follow. But the guy is going into his own half. So even if you are not tight enough and you've made that defensive mistake, he will by all means come back. And he will by all means come and meet you because all your teammates will be doing their jobs by skipping or sticking to their man. So that was the mistake. And for me, no, that's bad defending. When I say the bad defending, this is what I'm talking about. It is possible for you to follow instruction, but still make a mistake. And that's what he did. By allowing Doué to turn and go before he saw it and quickly started chasing.
But that's
him.
one error. But then what
That's
about
one error. As I say now, that's my issue with the man-to-man marking.
okay.
The man-to-man marking, no, that's what we are doing.
One to one
The
marking there,
only thing that he could have done-
Once one person
I-
messes up and
The only
space
thing
is
that he
created,
could have done was
it's over.
once he was late and he decided to go, then you need to commit.
You need to foul.
He didn't even get close
You
for
didn't
that. For
even,
that.
that's the thing. You
If
didn't even
he
get
fouls,
close
they'll
enough
play
for the
advantage. The
foul.
ball wasn't
He
with
didn't
him.
even
Yes,
get
he didn't
close
even get
enough.
close. So you should have seen that. No,
Foul it.
the distance
Don't
between
follow.
you and the guy.
Yeah.
Don't follow.
What the sandwich?
A whole crowd go try no crowd. The boy is not there.
Yes.
They will take it. They'll play the
That's what I'm
advantage.
saying. When I say the bad defending, no, that's what I'm talking about. Because once you do this and the space is created, the advantage is here.
So that was
He
one
has
instance.
space.
Yeah.
He has technical ability. He will get there before you, and once he picks it up, he has the pace and the skill to dribble past you, and everything else is reactionary. You are done. That's from there. And he played out in almost the Kvaratskhelia second goal.
Lima.
What was what's his name? Lima doing up here? Same thing. Why did you go and close him down for what? Because at that point, all he was going to do was to receive a simple pass from Vitinha. That's all. And he'll probably pass it back. He has come here. Why are you following him here? Leave him.
And he
Or
slipped,
transfer.
he went
Thank
to
you.
slip.
Or transfer responsibility to somebody else. And that's the coaching I'm talking about. Because you need to cater for the strength of the opposition.
Of course.
And know that this thing is almost impossible for you to execute against a team like this. That's where I'm coming from. Then from the PSG point of view, 5-2 up. Again, analyzing this from the lens of the head coach. Enrique, you know, say me there, we get beef already.
Long time.
Long time.
But I dey respect him. You don't win 2 trebles and you sit here and tell he's not a good coach.
Of
I'll be a
course.
fool to say that. Say stop guy. Just say media will get some small beef. But Enrique,
Lucho.
the way he reads the game, I shouldn't even be the one telling him.
At all.
57 minutes.
At all.
You were on top.
Yeah.
There's something called momentum.
You had your boot on their throats.
No
Charlie.
matter how
You're
what
suffocating
the
them.
tactical context is, you are on top.
Yeah.
On the pitch, in terms of what is
Everything
happening.
is working.
And here,
Bayern are
so
crashing.
that Zaire Emery guy. Oh, sorry,
Charlie, that guy a ball. Wait, I mean, you take him out with that. You sub him.
Charlie,
You sub him because you take him off the pitch.
that Zaire Emery guy.
Yeah.
Tell the ball. Tell
Who
the
was-
ball. Camera go pick.
Who was holding this entire zone? See, if no be Zaire Emery, like Nuno Mensch, obe brain rough.
Stupid. That one safe. If I
That one safe. They're in the warrior.
That's
But if you notice in the second half, Olise started very poorly in the second half.
Yeah, he faded away.
Because Zaire Emery was closer. So it was like a 2v1b.
Ibo.
Because Zaire Emery is so intelligent, no. It's not, I'll give the credit to the head coach because clearly it was instruction. But don't take him off. Do you know why? He's stronger than all your midfielders. Maybe by Joao Neves. In terms of athleticism, he has it. Technical ability, he has it. And he has the ability to carry on at least 20 minutes.
Yeah. And he can carry the ball.
He's
Charlie,
fit.
He can carry the ball. In the context of the game, you are on top. So what do you do? When you smell blood, you kill.
Leave it like that.
The movement that Due was doing, we're talking about it off air. Do a smart movement, I understand it.
Yes.
But Due is a sort of player. He likes quick interplay. So Due likes to move into crowds so that he can pin the ball off you. Oh, but Bakulai, no. That space that
you're obsessed with Bakulai.
Hey, see, he's the best player in the world. He's left with small this thing. He left small.
Best idea player in the world. Idea.
He left with the execution.
He's left with the
translation.
Best idea player in the world.
Bradley's movement, very different from Dewey.
Yeah.
He thrives on space. And the way these Bayern defenders were following people, Bradley comes on. This is what will happen. Dembele will move like this. This is Bradley.
Till the board.
Oh, Charlie, sorry. This is Bradley. This is Dembele. Dembouz, like we saw in the Champions League final when he was coming here, Dembouz will move like this and
Then
swat them all
Bradley.
here. Bradley will be here. Oh, baby.
So you mean he needs acres of
Oh,
space?
baby. Then
It's okay.
Vitinha attack. Oh, a train. The thing is, I can't guarantee whether he will score the goal.
But Bradley
That's
came
why
on-
he's the best
Bradley
idea
came on
player.
quite early.
He came on
But
early.
did he also look off the pace a
He
little
came
bit?
on
Was he also
early.
one of the
He
players?
No, he came on after
He came on at the time
Fabian
that
Ruiz, and by that time
Bayern
Bayern
had-
had taken control over the game. So even his first few touches, he was playing him on the right. Before he realized then he brought Mayulu on,
Mayulu,
sent Bradley there.
yeah.
Then Hakimi got injured, everything Pascal. Because now Mayulu had to come and play right back. And now Bradley was useless at the top. Because when he picks the ball, Bayern basically had an extra man in defense who was doubling out on.
But our man needs acres.
So Akers, when he comes on, Dembele will just move. He will move.
And the spaces were there.
They were there. Then Vitinha, Joao Neves. Like, see, if he had made that substitution first, this match would have been 8 or 9-2. I promise you, see me, Dunyami. The spaces were there. Bayern Munich didn't alter anything. No. They didn't alter anything. All they did was to take advantage of the half-fit Fabian Ruiz. And because PSG were applying an aggressive man-to-man marking, Fabian Ruiz was always late to his
He
man.
shot
So
them.
Bayern
Shot them,
consistently had a free man in the final third every time.
He shot them,
So you
sir.
could just see it. Oh, Charlie, Bayern will equalize. Then they also did the Goretzka change.
Goretzka
And they
change.
leveled things and they didn't close.
In fact, if they had not done that change, I think the last 5 minutes.
But do you know one thing Bayern missed in this game? Of course, we all love Musiala. He's talented, but he's also not as fit.
Gnabry.
No, he's not.
Gnabry.
Yeah.
Had Gnabry played this
I
game,
agree.
the difference, we would have had a difference, I think.
I agree.
So, in conclusion, this is why I don't like this aggressive man. I don't like it. It's just a simple question. And I need us to be honest with ourselves.
In the comment section.
In the comment section.
Yes.
The people who are insulting me and Danny, you don't like football, is because you like Arsenal. So they have blocked your brain and
Wow.
you can't.
What did you say that?
What did you say that
making
was?
the
Are
yes.
you serious?
What did you say?
Me, I say I didn't enjoy this game. A game fun. I
But
didn't
then
like it.
he
said it was a foolish game.
Even they insult you, even they
It's a
insult
foolish game from a fan's point of view. And let me explain.
from a fan.
Yes. fans?
Yes.
Okay.
Not from a neutral fan. A fan. I'm saying if you're a supporter of Bayern or
Oh, you mean
PSG.
other teams?
So I'm asking you, let me ask you the question. If Ghana were in a semi-final over 2 legs,
They are share 5.
playing a team
Against Nigeria, who are in top form.
Yeah.
We know that if we go to Abuja, error, and we have a 5-2 lead at Accra Sports Stadium,
Everybody say.
and we throw it away and it ends 5-4, will you be happy with the performance?
If our coach is Enrique, I'll be happy because I know he can go and do it in Abuja. But if our coach is Otoado, I'll go vex. I know he can do it in Abuja. I swear, I'm serious. If our coach be Louis Enrique, I'll take it because I know he can go and do it in Abuja.
Okay.
But if our coach is Otoado, me then go die for this country.
I'm saying-
So if I understand your question,
Yeah.
so the people should answer.
No. So you answer first. Will you be happy that you had a 5-2 lead after 57
I'll be happy,
minutes?
I'll be
and you
happy.
were on
Of
top?
I probably wouldn't be
Of
happy.
course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, if Ghana was Bayern Munich in a 2-legged semi-final affair, and we score 2-2, like close to the 40th minute, some unlucky penalty we shouldn't have been a penalty,
Right.
and we go into the tunnel 3-2 down, and we come back, and in the first 10 minutes of the second half,
We are conceding
we
2 goals.
concede 2 goals in such a foolish manner. Will you be happy?
Probably not.
Or will you not be happy?
Probably not.
So then why should I watch this from a PSG or Bayern lens and clap that this was good?
Well,
for
why you
me?
supporting
But that's also what you were.
I was supporting PSG.
No, but you see, but that's also what.
Oh, anyway, I was
think-
supporting PSG.
No, but that's also why a lot of people are completely bullshitting the point of views of maybe not bullshitting is not the right word. Maybe that's why majority of people don't agree with the fans of either teams. But you can have that opinion, and I agree
And
with you. So
just to
but you've
conclude,
got PSG and Bayern fans who are 10% or maybe 5% of the entire football populace that watch
But it
this
is
game.
about them, right?
No,
But it's not about them. That's the point, though.
let me just end
They
by
are
saying-
important, but the game is not about just them.
Let me just end by saying,
them-
So the people commenting on it, they're not commenting on it as fans of either team. They're commenting
But
on
friends, we must also understand that when you turn on the TV, everybody has a different viewpoint to it. If you turn on the TV and then it asks, if you turn on the TV as a PSG fan, the way you consume the game is different. As a Bayern fan, who know?
yes,
Yes, your feelings are different.
that's the point I'm making.
that's where I want to land on.
So nobody's point
That's
is a
in my
foolish point,
lifetime.
right?
Yeah.
I have never seen a game that neutrals have enjoyed that has ended up like this. 3-3, then 4-4, and this. That has been looked at and we say it is brilliant, tactical, this team football. There always needs to
Too
be
many
a
mistakes.
high element of defensive naivety for us to
For
have a
such
game like
things to
this.
happen.
And it happened again. There's nothing wrong with it from a neutral point of
again,
view.
let me make
because
this
every
point.
10 minutes be a goal. That one there, we like it. But I'm saying that at this level in a Champions League semi-final, it be Luis Enrique with the shock.
And then-
he shouldn't be playing like
Wait,
this.
just before to come, let me make this point to all those who are watching. Let nobody fool you that
And say-
defending is not entertainment football. And also, what statement that? That look, for those of us who understand the game, you see a defensive shape when you are on this, you enjoy it. People just mastering the act of defending. Who told you that is not entertaining?
It's nice, Papa.
When the cats actually say,
Okay.
yes.
When you watch others suffer to break you down.
I agree that there are different
bro.
levels of the entertainment. In fact, when you watch a football game, there are several moments that we celebrate, not just
Yes.
the goal. I get it. So defensive clearance, all of them matter.
Yeah, you celebrate it.
But the most defining moments in games are the goals. Because hold on. When
The biggest cheer you hear in the stadium is when the boys
It's
are
a-
back.
No, but not when
when there's a clearance or when there's a shape is nice.
No,
People don't.
you see,
that's not what
you
gives
and
a
I-
boast share.
that is
What-
for
so-
the ordinary fan or for the neutrals. They want go. I told you I didn't
Yes.
enjoy the game.
So that's what they,
because
and
I'm looking at the semi-final, a typical semi-final game that you are used to should not be this.
like,
Let me ask you,
the
did
point
you
that,
enjoy-
coach,
Did you enjoy Liverpool AC Milan in 2005?
That
Six
comeback.
goals, the
That-
comeback.
I enjoyed it because I was
Yeah.
supporting Liverpool.
I enjoyed.
you enjoy the game?
I enjoyed it because
Yeah.
somebody had to win on the day.
No, but somebody had to win on this.
No, there's a two-legged team.
No, but just the game.
Yeah,
Whether somebody has to, because
point-
my
No,
point-
that's what I'm saying. As a coach,
The way you view
I
it is
enjoyed it
different.
because on the day
A
they
one-off
have to be
game
a
is
winner.
different from
A one-off game is different from this.
Yes.
No, but coach, you see, that's also not.
This game, we are analyzing this game without the second leg because the second leg hasn't been played.
Now, as a coach,
So we are looking at this game,
No,
and I'm
you see,
asking you:
in
did you
isolation,
enjoy?
as a
Did you enjoy?
footballer-
Did you enjoy
Now listen.
Barca Inter Milan last season?
listen. Over
It was
two
a
legs.
bloody good game.
Over
There
two
they
legs.
be.
Yes,
There were so
but
many
they were more
errors.
stupid defending in that game than this
There were
one.
so many
But
errors.
but did you enjoy
No,
the
you-
game?
that-
What did the game be?
Yes, I didn't enjoy
I
it.
didn't enjoy it too.
Yes,
I
the
enjoyed
game. The game.
No,
be
I
good.
personally, the way I see football, I
the
didn't
game
enjoy
be
it.
crazy.
Guys, let's
I'm
move
not
on.
saying I didn't enjoy it.
Guys,
I
guys,
enjoyed it.
Time is fast,
But
man. DK,
from
let's
the
move on.
if I'm looking
Let's
at it
move
from
on. Let's
the
move on.
PSG
DK,
of Bayern,
DK.
I'll not be happy.
DK, let's go.
Yeah,
Actually,
of course.
Actually,
were
it's
stupid
not.
defending.
It's
I
your
don't
turn.
like
Yeah,
stupid defending.
coach, it's okay. It's your turn.
It is not every subject matter
Yeah.
that has to be subjected to conventional analysis.
Right.
That's right.
2013 or 2012, Bayern beat Roma 8-2 or so in the 8-2 or 6 or something in the Champions League. And James Pallotta was asked after the game, the Italian press described it as the sack of Rome. And they asked him what happened because they, much as they respect Bayern, they do not think that that kind of scoreline is befitting of the club the size of Roma.
Right.
And his answer was simple. He said sometimes you are confronted by an adversary that is in itself a piece of art.
Right.
You cannot help but join the rest to enjoy the glory that is before you.
If I be far, I go chuki eye. What kind of answer you tell me?
That is what we saw on Tuesday night.
Right.
And the normal circumstance, look, the first half, we averaged a goal every 9 minutes.
Yeah.
That is unheard of. So if you look at it at surface value, it is tempting to introduce the conventional or the metrics of conventional analysis
Yeah.
and say that for a semi-final game, we should not see that many games, or there should not be that much space in midfield behind the defense. Teams should not be that easily baited into committing players into such areas. But again, Tuesdays was otherworldly. What we saw there was the apex of athleticism and ridiculous technical ability.
Yeah.
And nothing can compensate that. I genuinely believe that there is no coach in the world who could have been on the touchline for that game on Tuesday and be able to subdue either side.
Wow.
Mistakes were made. And that accounts for the human element of it.
It's a football game.
Yes, but I'm talking about the execution levels that we saw from the players in the game states that were significant. How do you tell me that in a Champions League semi-final, there will be 5 shots on target and on no occasion will the goalkeeper have a chance?
The goalkeeper's name is
That in it, and Manuel Neuer, that in itself
If it is Onana, yes.
Could there have been
that in itself is freak level of finishing.
Could there have been
Friends, you get me?
I'm
a
listening to
time
you.
during the game where the defending they could have
I'm coming. That's why I'm.
Coach,
That's
can
why
you
I've
allow
said.
him to-
No, I'm just adding.
Yes,
yeah,
that's why I have said. That's why I have said. For the seminal moments that determined the game, there were aspects that we all saw things that perhaps could have been done differently. And I'll come to that. But the moments that determined the game, those were excellent. Look, it was height of perfection in terms of both athleticism and technical ability. And that is why on none of those 5 goals can you fault Bayern Manuel Neuer. It doesn't happen that a team will hit 5 shots on target at this level, and each one of them is into the back.
Against one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time.
Look, the execution on those shots was simply ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even the goals that Bayern scored, sometimes players were caught in between committing, not committing, leaving themselves exposed. Now, one of the things I would like to touch on is this man-to-man press. As far as I'm concerned, you either press hard or you go home. There is nothing like passing on responsibility. And I'll tell you why. If you do that, maybe in the first round of the season, in the league phase of the game, PSG may not have found solutions to it, but the PSG team has changed. And I'll get into why they are able to execute what they are doing to never before seen levels.
Yeah.
The profile of the players that we saw on the pitch, if you decide to pass a teammate or an opponent to a teammate, what you are doing is you are creating overloads for PSG.
Because now your teammate is already occupied with somebody.
And they cannot leave the player they are marking. So you are creating overloads for PSG. Now, in such a situation...
So to understand what you're saying,
yes.
If you are marking me,
for example,
and Fento is passing Danike to you, you have to leave me
and then to take... That means one more player that is unaccounted for.
No, but
now, that is dangerous.
Wait.
Just let me finish explaining that now.
That will only happen if the team is employing an aggressive man-to-man.
Yeah,
But
and
if-
the way I play aggressively.
When I said pass on responsibility, I was saying it with the Chelsea context. It was a zonal marking thing, aggressive in a zone. So if you're aggressive in a zone, you will not have players free once I'm passing on responsibility. Because once I'm passing on responsibility, if somebody is coming to occupy me in this zone and I say, okay, fine, and I pass it on to you, chances are, in fact, it's not chances are, everybody will be catered for because I will not be entering places I'm not supposed to. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get it. But
And that's
you know that-
even similar to what Arsenal did against Bayern.
I get that. But the counter to that is that, and I'm glad you mentioned the Arsenal example.
Yeah.
The point where Saliba would let go of Harry Kane was when he was throwing into midfield. So you can pass on the responsibility to areas where you feel there is no hit.
Yeah. So
But
like
in-
the Upamecano one is a good example. Where Due was making that run, he didn't need to go there.
Even with Arsenal's own, Mosquera, who played on the day, was supposed to follow him everywhere. So even when Harry Kane went to receive the ball from his keeper, Mosquera was there. But there were certain players who were passing on responsibility. But that's insane. So
Thank you.
Bayern didn't have free man.
However, the levels to which Bayern and PSG are executing this now, that kind of thing will no longer work because the Dembele we are seeing now. Remember, in the league phase, Kvaratskhelia was being dropped.
Yeah.
In the first round of the season, I think he played half of their matches in Ligue 1. I was looking at the numbers and I was shocked. And that's why, look, the PSG that you saw in the first round in the league phase, it is not the same. Yeah. The Bayern that played Arsenal and Chelsea in the league phase, it is not the same because I was looking at Dembele and João Neves. They missed the first 10 league matches due to injury. Hakimi sat out 5 due to injury plus 3 for the AFCON bans. Then Kvaratskhelia, the 6 out of 9 in the league phase. In the last 14 matches, he actually started only 10. Yeah. Vitinha, for example, was rested for the last 2 games. Hakimi was taken off at halftime in the last game. They have done a lot to keep players in optimal shape. And so they are playing at physical levels that are unheard of. Yeah. Under normal circumstance, look, if I didn't have the numbers in terms of the distance they have covered and the matches they have not played in, I would have suspected those PSG players were on something. This season, Marquinhos has played only 32% of the games. Dembele, 34%. João Neves, 42%. Yeah. Desiree Doué, 43%. Nuno Mendes, 46%. Kvaratskhelia, 49%. Fabian Ruiz, 33%. None of their key players has played even half of their matches. So they are in the prime shape to play this kind of football. Now, to the points that I was making before on this idea that you can pass players on. PSG have got a profile of players who, and Daniel explained the Bakola and Doué thing. Yeah. They have got solutions that are ridiculous. One of them is if you pass them on into central midfield, and so presumably areas where you feel they cannot hurt you, or they can bounce the ball off each other easily and move the ball with rapid motion. So that mix of technical ability and pace will kill you because they could actually carry the ball forward and dribble through the channels. Yeah. So they can combine with the 1-2s and just cut through your press by virtue of the extra man that you have passed on to somebody. Or if the ball gets to Kvaratskhelia, he can pick it up in midfield and then dribble through. Yeah. The other thing that makes it dangerous is this iteration of Dembele. I suspect when he was not playing too many games in the first round, they were resting him.
Yes.
Think back to last season when Dembele was killing teams from February. It was when he would drop very deep into midfield and invite the centre back to chase him because he knew he could receive the ball on the 10, spin the defender, and then off we go. This game, PSG knew that Kvaratskhelia could offer that. Ousmane Dembele could offer that. Now for Bayern, there is only one player within that ranks who can chase those players among that back line. And that was Upamecano. So you are either playing hard or you go home.
That's it.
Because the slightest opportunity, they will kill you.
Be punished.
Now to PSG. The way PSG play, the very essence of their possession play is that they will squeeze you and suffocate you. So when you say that they should drop the defensive line, that means the midfield line has to drop a bit.
Of course.
That means the wide players also has to stay within reasonable limits.
Yes.
Maybe not come too close, but within reasonable limits, such that they are keeping an eye on the fullbacks, because Bayern's fullbacks also do attack a lot.
Yes.
So on a night like that, there has to be a trade-off. And that's why for me, I will take it if you say certain game states could have been managed differently. But generally, there is not much you can look at from those two games, from those two teams, and then question the way they executed their game plans. Those two teams were so good that you had to accept that there were some things that you will not be able to deal with. Just hope that when you have the ball, you also try to inflict as much damage. Look, the final point I'm going to make is the distance the boys covered on the pitch that day. If this had been any other season, I think UEFA would have tested the boys.
That's why the game ended 5.
No, I have established that both PSG and Bayern have rested. Check the distances. Arsenal.
I'm saying the
Chelsea.
same thing you are saying.
Yeah, I'm coming. I just want to establish that. Check that this one is not hard. Check the distances covered by Arsenal and the other teams that have competed in multiple competitions. Check the distance their players have covered. They cannot do the running PSG are doing now because they have played far more games. Bayern and PSG, look, one of the things that has played to their advantage, you know, when in the past people used to say that because Bundesliga and French league are not intense enough and the competition is not to the standard of the Premier League, and so when they get into the latter stages of the Champions League, they are not able to cope with the intensity. The reverse of that is happening now, because they are arriving in April fresher and running record numbers. The PSG team, Kvaratskhelia did 9.6 kilometers. Ousmane Dembele 11 kilometers. Doué 9.4.
Wow.
Zaire Emery 9.2. Vitinha 12.5 kilometers.
That's crazy.
João Neves 11.3. 9.0 Nuno Mendes 10.2 William Paco. Marquinhos 10.8. Achraf Hakimi 11.3.
Wow.
Bayern Munich the same. 11.5 Stanisic. Upamecano 10.5. 10.4 Jonathan Tah. All of this to say that what we saw that we thought was excessive committing, it is something only those two teams can do it. That kind of football, that man-to-man and running all over the pitch around this time in April. This was 27th or 27th, final week of April. Arsenal can play that.
The season is almost ended.
Arsenal's players have played nearly twice the amount of minutes PSG have.
But they have bigger
Man
squads.
City.
But they have a bigger squad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There is that as well. But I'm just saying that these two teams
I'm just saying so managers plan their seasons better.
Exactly. These two teams
Arsenal are dipping around this Friday season when these teams are.
we'll come to them.
Hey,
These two teams.
Finish.
Oh, it's a fair
The
comparison.
point is making.
It's a fair
I have
comparison.
heard him. I have heard him. Where you are chucking it. Where you are. It's all over.
Ordering.
It's a fair comparison.
Why you don't mind me?
It's a fair comparison. Charlie, he's betraying you.
He's choosing us over us.
Did you finish for me?
How could you?
Oh, you finished.
How could you? True. Okay, true. We know both.
What do you
Yeah.
then, Mikel? Are they kind of
Aren't you?
So
Finish,
look,
eh?
I think we just have to accept.
Yeah.
And look at the numbers and the manner of this game that
It was just.
it was an abnormal game.
Yeah.
You won't see this again.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they would even have the lack of all of the players who got injured in January, February, March, all became available at the same time.
Yeah.
Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, even Fabian Ruiz.
Yeah. Of course.
Achraf Hakimi, who we're told is not going to miss that game. But that kind of lack, not many teams get it.
It's brilliantly explained. Look, I say this. The reason I would enjoy a game of this nature as a neutral, as a football fan, is that look, the sport of football, we must remember, it's not an intellectual exercise alone per se. It's an emotional one. It's an emotional contract between players and the fans. As Sicho mentioned earlier, the loudest cheer you hear in the stadium is when a goal is scored. That's why we go to watch football. That thrill, that visceral thrill that it provides, it's something that you don't get very often.
Yeah.
But that's why we seek it. That's why we chase it. And for me, the courage to embrace the unpredictable nature of football is why I totally enjoyed a game like this, where, tactics are tested in real time, stress tested. Pressing schemes are put under duress. People forced to adapt when necessary. And if you look at this particular game, for me, I thought that throughout the entire match, what we got from a game of this nature, 5-2 thriller, you will not get from a 1-0 victory or 0-0 victory. However tactically astute.
How do you get 0-0 victory?
A 0-0 draw, sorry. A 0-0 draw. However tactically astute both teams play, you will not be able to get this kind of thrill.
Femi, let me help you. There has never been a game that has ended 1-0 that is in any record to have been one of the greatest games in the history of football. You won't find one.
It doesn't create that
Not
kind of.
even
It doesn't create that
not
kind of
even
memory.
2-0 or 2-2.
Yeah, it doesn't create that
All
kind of
the
memory.
greatest games in the history of football have been 4-3, 3-2.
Absolutely.
Five.
And you know what?
Man United, Man City, that your game. That your game, no. The Michael Owen game that you
Yes.
scored, no.
Yeah.
What was the score? 4-3.
Yeah, and like I said, and that's
It was
why I
one
say
Ferdinand, who was chipping
And
the
It
ball.
was voted
Bellamy.
the greatest Premier League game in the history of the Premier League. That game.
So, coach, I get you. I'm saying that football isn't played only to be appreciated by the trained eye.
No.
That's not why we play.
Trainer,
football.
can we a few?
Yes,
Coach for
Do you get my point?
Coach for
I'm not saying that the trained.
Hold the line.
Yeah, coach, I'm not saying that the trained eye's perspective of the game is incorrect. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that if pure essence of football is entertainment.
But who told you that if the trained eye are saying should have been played this way, it's not entertainment?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
The fans
are
are
shocked.
I'm
You people are acting as if
said, but
it's like
the
the
point is
complete
that-
I'm
opposite.
saying
entertainment.
that. I'm not denying that your perspective is valid. I am not.
No, the question I'm asking here, what makes you think that my perspective of the game is not entertainment?
Who
that's
said
not
it's
what he
not?
said.
I
He's
said
not
your
denying
perspective
it.
is valid. For you to view a 0-0 draw that was tactically astute
I'm
as
not-
entertaining, it's valid. I'm saying that's valid.
I've never said a 0-0 draw was entertaining.
Hey, Milan and Juve, Champions League.
What I'm saying that I said
that
at 5-2 somebody
That's
should
a
have
game
done
changer. I
better.
haven't said what you
the
said
best
is
game
wrong.
ever.
When I say that your perspective is valid, you have to understand what that
But
means.
you are changing my perspective into saying a 0-0 is entertaining. I never said that.
Like that Champions League final.
There's also a general conversation going on that I think is
That
addressing. That the games with more goals is
always
poor
because of
defending.
mistakes.
Yeah.
You see, there are a lot of
And I
tacticals.
had-
You are a coach. There are a lot of tacticals
Yeah.
who are trying to overthink things for Pep Guardiola and some of us.
Yeah.
That you can't even say that a game like that was entertaining.
Yeah.
And,
It was.
And all, you see,
But
and
from
you see,
another perspective,
Coach,
it shouldn't have gone that.
Coach, you see, the things you said about Luis Enrique, he can even go in and say, yes, I made a mistake, A, B, C, D.
But yet still.
It doesn't mean the game was still not entertaining. That's the point
That's
I'm
the
making.
point. That's what entertainment
There could have been
was
defensive
there.
lapses all over.
The final point I'm
was.
yeah, exactly.
That's what the entertainment
final
part
point
it was
I'll
there.
make- The
But
final
we all
point,
admit to that.
yeah,
But
the final point I'll make is that football, as I explained, for me, like my point of view, football is a product that is being sold. That's how you have to view it. It's a product that is being sold to both the trained eye, to football fans, and to non-football fans. So it's a spectacle. For the game that ends 5-4 and a game that ends 1-0 or 0-0 or even 2-0, however tactically astute both teams play, I'm saying that there's only one of those matches that is likely to invite a fan back. That is likely to
Spurs Man City.
that is likely to immortalize
10
a
minutes
fan's
from
perspective.
Raheem Sterling.
Because for me, like those games that only the tacticals appreciate because he's so good, the two teams play so well.
So you
I mean,
want-
it
as
risks
for the
being.
fan, they be
No,
against it.
I get it. I
of
get what I
goals.
mean. But I'm saying that
Yeah.
for me, like The reason a lot of people would always say that a game like this was entertaining and exciting is that games like this, unlike the ones that only the trained eye appreciates, games like this one, games like this one, what it does, games like this,
the trained
games
eye
like
does
this,
not only appreciate the one that attack. The trained eye also do appreciate such games.
Okay,
but
no
what
problem.
I'm saying is that
What this-
in appreciating such game,
Yes.
we shouldn't run away from the fact that Obiayev mistake.
No problem.
That's the point.
But I'm saying that if focusing on just that, in focusing on just that, it takes away.
Then turn and look there because that's not what we are seeing.
Camera. It's because he's talking.
But fence. Do you know the problem I have with all these tacticals?
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about trained.
Hey.
All
You,
this-
in fact, what you did it was that you analyzed the game.
Yes.
There
All
are
these
people who are not analyzing it from your point of view.
No, teacher, they talk something.
No, all these tacticals and things. You know why? Then they funny me.
Today not be host for no fool for the one for free.
You know why they funny me?
Everybody catch you.
No. I know they no. You know why they funny me?
Why they funny you?
You see, when you watch a game like we saw,
Yeah.
and you tell me that okay, there was no control and the defense was porous and we saw
And also
two goals.
a statement, babe.
No problem.
No control.
But when you then begin to reference other games that had excessive low quality in attack as the kind of game you think there is control.
No.
You see, most of them lose sight of it.
No.
In games where there was low scoring, maybe it was 2-1, it was 1-1, maybe 2-2. The games could have ended 6-5.
But people were missing chances.
If the teams had, for example, the Man City Arsenal game.
Yeah.
If Arsenal had the same goalkeeper, same backline, same midfield, and PSG front three, Arsenal would have won the game against City 4-3 or 4-2.
You're referring to the league game, right?
The league game. If the same backline, same midfield, PSG attackers or Bayern attackers, Arsenal
better
could have. Arsenal, keep Raya. You keep Raya. Same team. City could score their 2, no. But if Arsenal had a better attack, they could have won the game maybe 4-2 or 3-2.
Yeah.
So when people begin to look at some low scoring games and teams
because the
that are not
tactics,
creating enough, sometimes those teams are not creating enough simply because they are not.
They don't have
So
the
when you watch Arsenal play and Arsenal are not creating, it's because Odegaard and Madueke Kenny is them.
That's
not because they don't want
It's
to.
not because
Absolutely.
it's not because
They
the
don't want
other team are defensively sound and it's
That's a good point.
So you look at the
bad
game
example.
because I use Arsenal.
You don't have the quality of PSG or Bayern.
No, but it's a bad example.
Why is it about
But they
Arsenal?
don't.
Because I use Arsenal.
No,
But they don't-
yes, because you use Arsenal.
Okay, you let me.
But they
use
don't
Chelsea.
have the quality of Bayern or PSG.
Yes,
So they
but
can't
when you tell me that
create-
they don't create because
They don't create more than them. Oh no! It's comparison.
No, when you say they don't create because
Omo Nyade.
Nyade
But Omo Nyade has compared
It's
compared.
because Arteta has shackled the team. We don't want to create. Who told you if we want to create, we'll create. We'll not create.
No.
He compared to
We will not create to that level.
Anyway.
Don't tell me that we don't
Anyway,
create.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is,
Why they talk against
So anyway,
Okay,
Sijo.
sorry about Arsenal. But any team like Arsenal.
Let's end that one. Let's end that one. Let's end that one.
You come here and compare about
Okay. I
Here we did.
want more 5-4s than 1-1s and 0-0. That's what I want.
We could talk about the
Okay.
Arsenal game quick. We
Because
could chair on that.
That's
games
not
like
game
that.
that you pay go talk about.
Yeah. Of course, the rest of us are not interested. We want
But which one was more entertaining? The Arsenal and Atletico Madrid or
The Arsenal game.
I do now, boy.
but coach, which one was more entertaining for you? To you?
The Arsenal game.
Coach is
Oh,
honest.
No, that's what you say. Arsenal.
Coach is
Coach,
honest.
Which one was more
You asked me
See,
foolish
when you
question.
say-
How is that for this question?
When you say which one was more entertaining to me?
Yeah.
As a fan, of course.
As a coach,
As a coach, I would the Arsenal game looks more of a semi-final to me.
which one was more?
He didn't ask. He said entertaining.
No, if you foolish question.
How is that for question?
I just said the other one was
Because we already said that.
Yeah.
We already
It's
said
okay,
from a
it's
fan's
okay.
point of
Guys,
view.
it's okay.
That PSG game was
So that-
entertaining.
From your point of view.
My point of view.
Yes.
Sijo, let me do something. Sijo, let me do something.
Okay.
Let me do something. Ashu,
Yeah.
which one was more entertaining for you?
Oh, PSG Bayern.
Oh, of course, PSG Bayern.
Coach, we are doing an exercise. You should just allow.
I know the outcome of the exercise.
Yeah. And after the outcome,
You do
I
that.
will draw a conclusion. That's all I'm doing.
Oh, that's fine.
Ashu,
PSG Bayern.
was more entertaining for
Yes,
you. For you?
100%. PSG Bayern.
For me, PSG Bayern. You.
Portville and Chelsea.
No. Champions League night, the two semi-final games. Which one was more entertaining?
Charlie, move on.
Why are you struggling?
Answer the question.
Why are you struggling?
I should do it. Now I've come to you.
Why are you struggling?
No, but why did they ask the question?
Why can't he answer?
Why did they answer the
Which
question?
one answered?
PSG Bayern.
Okay, you.
As a coach, that is why I'm the only certified coach on the bench. I'm the only certified coach on the bench. So I cannot answer again. So therefore, my answer is as a coach.
Yeah.
The Arsenal Atletico looks more of a semi-final game to me.
And now, yes,
And the PSG one, the PSG one as a fan was more
You are
interesting.
doing which one was more
But
important?
you
You didn't say which one looked more like a semi-final.
I have enough.
Answered. You said
I
Arsenal,
have enough
PSG
to
one
draw
was-
my conclusion. I have
Okay,
enough to
yeah.
draw my conclusion. So then, viewers, and listeners,
You see,
what
I
this
told
means
you,
is, you see, the PSG.
No matter how-
You see, the PSG Bayern. This is exactly the point I was making.
Yeah.
That those kinds of matches, they democratize
Are we
excitement.
not going to talk about the Arsenal?
That's not the matter.
Let me finish my conclusion.
but you-
I'm saying those
You
kinds
just
of
voted.
games,
Why did
they
you vote?
democratize excitement.
Okay.
And
Nobody
that only
argued.
the trained eyes will say that they enjoyed a game like Arsenal and Atletico.
Which was, by the way, an enjoyable
Yes,
game.
exactly. But I'm saying that only
Which
the
was kind
trained
of
eyes.
force agenda.
Only
We
the
have all
trained
said
eye.
that as a fan watching the game, we liked it. But when you are looking at it, analyzing it, there were some faults. That's what
No
we said.
problem.
But we've not said it was not entertaining.
So then
Bro,
you know
so
what
what's
you're
the
talking
issue?
about.
Danny K, Arsenal.
So it shouldn't even be an argument. You finish your thing.
After,
Don't ask
Don't ask
me. I'll talk. I'm
Again,
not going to answer a question. I'm going
I
to say
didn't
what
say
I want
a
to say.
question. I was laying a premise. I was saying that
Everybody has watched the game.
after
The
the
caption
Tuesday-
says review. So what are you coming to talk again?
After the Tuesday night excitement, Wednesday haram to haram, Taliban 1-1 draw.
Mikel Arteta.
Diego Simone. It's Diego Simone. Like, Simone. Mikel Arteta. God damn it.
Mikel be funny. He
told
had
the
a thing. He
people.
won't laugh back.
I won't laugh when I keep
Still in
quiet.
composure.
I said,
Wait,
no.
today.
You talk for radio talk.
No, they never be me.
1-1 draw. Maybe just about a fair result, but there were key moments in that.
wasn't a
I
fair
said
result.
just about.
It wasn't a fair result. I need you to be honest sometimes.
Okay, go on.
It wasn't a fair result.
Go on. Take over,
And
please.
your dishonesty disgusts me.
Go on. I won't quench your mic. Go on.
Go on there. Why you put your sleeves inside?
I for prepare. So right now, my mode of preparation to be issue for you.
Well,
I won't quench your mic.
I
Go
beg
on.
no Atasha-like behavior for you. No Atasha-like before.
You go fold your hands and still go do that.
Look, and I'll just pick from where Coach landed. When he said the Arsenal Atletico game looked more like a semi-final, it looked like two teams who understood what was at stake, a place in the Champions League final. Very little room for error and very little room
So
for
very
risk.
risk-averse football.
Thank you. And I understand that. So when the referees decide to show such gargantuan levels of injustice against one team, it can be very telling.
Against one team.
Against one team. The Ben White penalty that was taken against Arsenal. Just like was it Stanisic?
No.
Davis.
Alfonso Davies. The same thing.
Should never have
Played
been
body to his hand.
It's not a foul.
But the referees have
And he
to be
saw it first
consistent.
too. And he waved play on.
But the referees have to be consistent.
Then that's a shock.
That is consistent.
Because they've
After
made it.
Wednesday
Yes.
night.
And I'm telling you, if the Arsenal game was probably played in the round of 16 and this was semi-final, they would have made the right decision. But because people had spoken against it, and it was a matter of contention, then the following day the same thing happens. You have to repeat the mistake to justify your stance. So 2 wrongs have made the right for them, so that they can say that, oh, but the referees, different VAR,
same decision.
outcome. But it's wrong. The proximity, body to hand, nobody takes that as a foul.
Yes.
Nobody does.
The law is
Ashok.
clear.
It's very clear.
I mean, that was never a pen.
Yeah.
Never a penalty.
Yeah. I agree.
So for me, it hurts, especially as I've laid the premise. Very risk-averse game. You're watching the game, as Arsenal scored. You didn't know how Atletico will get their goal. They were not getting any openings. They were not creating any opportunities. Arsenal too were not creating anything. And we knew that we were going to Wanda Metropolitano. If we were able to sneak with a win, the tie is done. Then we go to the Eze penalty decision. Fintu. You see, some of these things, when we say it, you think we are whining. But you need to understand the human element in all these things.
Listening.
Fent, in your heart of hearts,
Right.
I need you to answer this thing honestly. If this was Ada Goulet who suffered that and the referee, Vinicius Junior, Mbappe, who suffered this thing and the referee pointed to the spot, do you think he will rescind the decision? When replay clearly shows that what he saw, the contact he saw was there, it wasn't a dive.
I thought it was a penalty.
So why would you see something? You see contact, you go to the monitor, you see the contact, and now decide that the contact is not enough.
But why are you seeing Real Madrid? Why Madrid have not had any penalty decision be seen against them before?
Not like that.
About what are you saying?
If this was Lamine Yamal, if this was Harry Kane, you see when we say these things, you think it's this thing.
You are saying that it's because the player
It's
involved
because
on
it's
the team.
Arsenal. It's because it's Arsenal.
Why?
Oh, because it's very easy.
How is it easy?
Now Arsenal, if they cry, and they all, the narrative, they're always crying. If Arsenal cry, where is it going? If Real Madrid cries, it will shake foundation.
So there will not be anybody for you.
Oh, there will not be
So
anybody.
are you
they will
saying
bully
that
them.
Arsenal,
You are saying
in the
Harry
grand
Kane
scheme of things,
against
they
Harry
don't,
Kane, a ball hits the leg of his player to the hand. They're still going to check and give the penalty.
No, because he was facing defending champion.
So essentially, what Danny is saying is that in the grand scheme of things, Arsenal don't matter like that.
Good, that's how
Yes,
I
no. In Europe, they don't rate them.
Oh.
It's not even in Europe. The narrative.
So if that
the
the
narrative
is saying that the
narrative-
only reason Arsenal that penalty decision was rescinded is because
it's Arsenal.
it's Arsenal.
It's very easy to give it.
Because the team has no pedigree in Europe.
It's Arsenal. So they'll bully them. But that's where the hand of God will step in. Because, you see, if you go back to the 2012s, 2013s, these are the sort of decisions that they were giving against Man City. That time they were crying. But what happened? God changed their destiny.
So actually, City won the Champions League in 20.
I'm not talking about Champions League. City, I'm talking like this thing I'm talking is not just a Champions League team. Oh, they cheat Arsenal all the time.
In the Premier League too.
You and I know.
Even before Chelsea won, they were crying.
Shock. Chelsea were crying. But then God changed their destiny.
Yes.
Now there are some certain decisions that you can't take against them.
Yes.
You see, this thing, like Ashimi, because again on the premise, risk-averse game. You know that if that game ended 2-1, there are no goals at the end of the time. Oh, you don't know that? There are no goals, for and against. Nobody is scoring any goal at the Emirates Stadium. Go and ask Sporting Lisbon. Go and ask them. Go and ask Sporting Lisbon. There are no goals at the Emirates Stadium. Already Atletico have come there this season. Clean sheet. There are no goals at the Emirates Stadium. Nothing. Nobody. No goal is entering the pool. So in order to force the game to be interesting, they have left it open. This is UEFA tactics. I'm telling you.
I like your imagination.
We've been watching this game for too long. We know them. They have a guaranteed blockbuster next week at the Allianz Arena. But the precursor to that game, it has to be interesting by force.
And they know that. I said football is a product
they know that
selling.
They can't force the hand of Diego Simeone and Arteta. Don't mind them. So they intentionally manipulated that result. Because you can't look at that penalty decision and tell me that it's not a penalty. After the referee has pointed to the spot, and even Sito was honest on social media. And that's why I like him. He's a Church of Pentecost elder in the making. Deacon, but elder in the making. He's a very honest guy. He said on social media, and I think he will even repeat it if you give him the opportunity, that he didn't think it was a penalty. But once the referee whistled, he doesn't understand why VAR overturned it. Because it wasn't clear and obvious. Or isn't that what you said? That's what he said.
I don't understand why. Okay.
I catch him.
No, you don't catch me. I didn't. VAR already overturned it.
VAR overturned it.
Invited the referee.
No, VAR overturned it because the referee had pointed to the spot.
And if you invited the referee to go have a look at it,
when they
have a second look.
Yes.
Then the referee
when
overturned
they think
it.
he needs a second look.
Yes.
And when they think there's a clear and obvious error.
Yes.
What are you to look at? So you mean haram to haram, Taliban was playing off and they were just teasing each other from there, and then UEFA has gone to hand each of them bazookas.
No, you have to shoot. Because you have to shoot.
That's what I'm saying. So it's going to hand both
I
of
love
them.
it. UEFA has supplied arms.
Yes,
You have to
so
shoot.
UEFA has gone
They stopped their arms.
They were doing like this.
Yes, exactly.
They were doing like this.
Wearing jalabia and dancing.
Then,
But I was say for Turkey say if you respond to it,
yeah,
message.
he say he send you some
message
before
before
Twitter.
respond.
But I be like, you
But
know,
what be handle?
Patawa
Make that some.
collection.
It be DM or it be what? Send me DM or
Like
what?
the DM is send you.
I just see me. I forget it. No, it don't be. They just this one.
I'll give you the two.
What be handles?
I don't give you.
You give my own
I'll give
the
you.
Tuesday.
What I say he DM.
Yeah.
The guy the
actually, so to use another sporting reference, like they were doing fencing.
How be handle, man?
They doing
our collections.
fencing. When they replace the staff, with knives.
Now you for chook. You for chook by force. See, these things. We have all watched football long enough to understand that some of these things. They know that this thing.
They are
Jokeres, 27 penalties out of 27. Obeshe. He scores that thing on ta. We are done. 2-1. There's no goal at the Emirates.
So you mean they've
short of a ball.
Oh, they've cooked.
the result
They've cooked the results.
in favor of in the hope.
It's so painful
Okay.
that a penalty will be given against you in that manner. When you finish and you get your own, then they use malicious and unscrupulous means to overturn the decision. But it's okay. It's cool. All I want to tell you people is that, you know, the two teams that have played in that match, they are both my teams.
Right.
The two managers are both my
Both
favorites.
your managers.
So as for me, I am guaranteed a place in the
Excitement
final.
either way.
Yes.
Yes.
So go and enjoy your football. One of you by all means go home.
Right.
One of you by all means go home.
One of the other two to go home.
But one of us will reach there with that style. So at the end of the day, I win, you also win when we meet in the final. But let me tell you something, because based on the results,
We've
next
seen
week, I may
something
not
similar like
appear on
that
the
too. You
podcast.
play haram, reach the final, you collect 5.
I repeat, let me say this here now, because based on the results next week, I may not appear on the podcast.
Who would drag you here?
But not you say both teams be your
I
teams.
text stuff.
Yeah, both teams.
Who would
my
drag
teams.
you here?
But this season, I am more. I tell Simeone to make you win Copa del Rey. So I will get good this thing.
Waste like-
bottle the thing against this right now. One can't deny Ateto's this thing. You know, be serious guy. See, I've told you before, and I've told Sicho before. I think I've even told you before. You're supposed to start praying, that truly, because the Lord has promised me that psychological and mental burden on Arteta, he's lifting it this year. He's lifting that. Arteta
From
goeth
where?
into the World Cup a happy man. He's lifting it. So pray that league title, no, Arsenal will not win. Because if Arsenal win that league title
You are winning the Champions League.
and they enter the Champions League
Oh,
final
Charlie!
as Premier League champions,
So it means it could potentially go from
The Egyptians we see today, we'll see no more. I'm telling you.
Thank you, Danny.
You know it.
Thank you. I think we'll wrap up the Arsenal conversation on that. Otherwise, we'll go forever.
I just want to say that it wasn't a penalty.
Because as you know,
No, let's be honest.
the length is an issue.
Yeah. I just want to say,
But let's be honest.
I just want to say credit to Diego Simeone.
Yes.
In the first half, Arsenal were bossing the midfield without doing anything really. And that is what I think tactical.
What is that?
Oh, but you were talking. You were not creating anything.
Declan Rice.
They were not creating anything. Arsenal were not creating anything. Look, in the first half, even in the first half,
Yes.
in the first half,
Yes.
Arsenal had the midfield because Simeone was playing the 4-4-2. And of course, Griezmann is not any younger.
Yeah.
And Griezmann, when he was dropping, he wasn't dropping into midfield, he was dropping wide. Then you go and combine with Simeone or something. And then Arsenal had a lot of the ball in the midfield, but they were not doing anything with the ball.
Yeah.
So somebody will say, "Challenge, come and make it pampe." No. Arsenal had several scenarios they could have done better, but they lacked the ability. Then credit to Simeone. In the second half, he sacrificed his own son.
Ishmael.
He sacrificed his own son for the good of the team.
No, that'd be Isaac.
How was Arsenal going to win?
Oh God.
I mean, they call Isaac Ishmael.
They require.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
So he sacrificed. He saw that.
No, but in actual sense, they no sacrifice Isaac, so it be Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, say Charlie, the team, the way Arsenal were playing, he had to do something. And he looked around and said, "Who will come out for me?" The son said, "Daddy, I'm here. Take me out."
No, Charlie, the guy, he's not just a coach; he's a father.
Yeah, Daddy, take me out.
He's a father
He
for
said,
all.
"Come, son, I need to sacrifice you for the good of our
the
people,
team.
of the whole Metropolitano."
Yeah.
So he sacrificed the son, 45 minutes. And then he changed the team, went to a back three, put an extra body in the middle of the pack. Arsenal stopped playing. Arsenal couldn't cope with it until Atletico Madrid happened to themselves. And they came to sit back, trying to hit some counter, trying to calm down. And for me, the two teams showed lack of a certain level of quality.
I said risk aversion. Everybody was playing not to lose.
Yes, the two teams, and that is why we the attempts on targets. Julian Alvarez had to shoot some ball. Ademola Lookman has to force and dig some ball out and hit with his left. So
Why would you call that quality defending?
I don't think it was
Why are you
quality
saying
defending.
lack of
I don't think it was quality defending. I think it was lack of attacking prowess.
So that chance was a poor shot. The Lookman.
lack of attacking prowess?
Yeah, the
from both
Lookman
teams.
shot.
The Lookman shot.
He was talking about Alvarez's
Alvarez.
long range.
Yeah. It was just because the movement around him wasn't good enough. So he had to shoot
So
from
today,
range.
Simeone and Co, no, they can't move.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or that time Simeone had been sacrificed.
So what's his name? Griezmann,
Yeah.
Lookman.
Yeah.
Today they can't
It
move.
was poor.
That's the power of Arteta.
It was poor.
He causes the enemies to play like normal human beings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
That's
It's
good
not
defending.
even like against any other.
Oh, but the Jokeres
They can
penalty.
move like that.
The Jokeres penalty was a penalty. I
Against
thought-
Barcelona, they could move.
yeah. And then the Ben White's penalty, as Danny said, it should never have been a penalty.
The guy is honest.
Never. The ball hitting the rule.
Yeah.
I like rules. So that is why Morocco are AFCON champions. It's just rules. It's just rules. Me. It's not what anybody
No.
thinks.
You don't just like rules. You also like consistent application of the rules.
Yes. For me, I like. Look, I don't
Body
care what,
to hand. No
I don't care
penalty.
what anybody thinks. If the whole world says it is A and there's a rule book that says it is B, forget. I won't follow you.
Follow the rules.
So, as you said, Alfonso Davies should not have been a penalty.
Yes.
And Ben White should not have been a
But
penalty.
because Alfonso Davies thing was given,
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if PSG didn't get that penalty, Douala, Atletico Madrid wouldn't have that penalty.
No,
on
they
the Ben
probably
White.
would have because it's Arsenal.
No, I'm not sure.
Oh, it's Arsenal.
The same is because the PSG, which was a higher semi-final, higher profile game. If the higher profile game that was given, then the lower profile game.
Are you the man who?
Between the two teams,
something high profile. So the final will be half. The final will be half profile. No, so the final will be half profile.
No.
The profile
I be a high
of the,
profile team and
the
there's
profile
low
of the game.
So it will be half profile.
The profile of the game is dependent on the teams that are playing, even if it's at the same stage. We have two Champions League winners playing in one game. We have Shane playing in another game. Which one is higher?
Hold on. You haven't even. There were 6 Champions League trophies
In one on seven. In one
the
night.
other one 0. You say
have
what?
six. You have
Numbers
six
don't
Champions
lie.
Leagues on display on one night.
You
and
like
have 0
winning.
on display
You
on the
like
other night.
winners.
Which one is a higher profile
Yeah.
game?
The ones who are hungry for their face.
So, but Fence, on the easy penalty, it was never a penalty. Never. Never. Because
How many nervous?
and let me add another one. Never.
As for this one, I agree with you.
Thank you, coach. Now good day.
It was never a penalty.
Never.
The guy show you AI video. Then you tweet it.
No, no, be penalty. Not be AI. I see. Why?
Show you AI video.
No, be that one.
The game we don't watch. Why the game we
blind.
don't watch?
Why you show you AI video? The guy brings some fake Zoom AI.
You never
The guy wear yellow
the video, no. It convinced that the kid out.
AI video.
That again what the video was. He said there's no contact. I don't want the videos of the game.
But for what?
They planted their feet side by side at the
Side by
same time.
side
Yeah.
at the same time. And I can understand why the referee,
Initially gave it.
it was impossible to have seen it. Right? And the referee calls it.
A set
No.
ball session will be penalty.
Look, and I'm also a firm believer that not every
But you,
contact is a
hey,
foul.
you are very dishonest. Rana Kaisef.
Right.
Aren't you the one who went to put on social media?
Can't he change his mind?
Since when?
Dishonest.
Since
No,
when
no,
did
no,
you
no.
know that he's very dishonest?
He just hit me.
He's been dishonest.
This guy.
Easy. You are not listening to me. I'm not agreeing with
They
Sito.
planted their foot. No, you talk like
No, I'm
this.
not
They
agreeing with.
planted
I'm
their foot
helping
at the
him
same-
make his point.
Why do you need to help him
Let me
tell a
ask
lie?
my
You are
opinion.
helping him tell a lie.
He's a host.
Yes, I'm helping him make his point.
Charlie, quench him, man.
So for me,
Yeah.
it's never a penalty. So that if Arsenal have something to be very angry
The
about,
Ben
it's
White
the,
one. That one there.
it is not the Eze one.
There's the one.
And I think that Arsenal have invited too much pressure on themselves, taking the game 1-1 to the Emirates, especially on the back of the performance we saw at the Metropolitan. I think that they will crumble under the pressure. And I think that Diego Simeone, and then because of the sacrifice he made
Of his
will
own
pay off.
son. His own son.
God will come through for
In
him.
some months.
His own son.
emulating the Bible, emulating the Son of God.
Oh, it's written.
I think it is written.
Oh,
But I
God.
know the Ateta and Kidi, the sick way he left house come.
What you want to introduce his emotional
You won't kill somebody.
Make you man. Anyway, guys,
Miguel is sick.
thank you.
Miguel.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. I hope you guys enjoyed the Champions League conversation, and obviously, we will like to know from you in the comment section. I know
Let's do
there's
this.
splitting
Who qualifies?
opinions on.
We will not be here. The next time we come
Oh,
here,
it's PSG Atletico Madrid.
the game would have been played.
PSG Atletico
So who
Madrid.
qualifies?
PSG Atletico
Who's
Madrid.
gonna make it? Yeah, in the comments. Good
But
question.
coach,
yeah.
who makes the final for you?
I think it's Bayern Atletico.
Danny?
Hey.
Arsenal.
So I didn't really dishonest.
He's very dishonest. He's very dishonest.
Arsenal.
Ateta, no, he has not used it. He's the reason why the boys feel tired.
At the now.
Anyway, guys,
It will be Arsenal.
as I said-
Danny?
Arsenal PSG.
Arsenal PSG.
Yeah.
Oh, PSG Atletico.
yeah. So
And you?
anyway,
And you?
huh?
You who goes to the final?
I won Bayern and Atletico in the final.
So you and myself are on the same page.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
Bayern Atletico.
But
So all of
I
us
have
can
I have
agree
a-
that Arsenal-
I have a
Arsenal
feeling
be our-
PSG have a trick.
Also, all of us.
That thing
Arsenal
that
PSG
the
Arsenal.
You will pay for it. That 5-2, 5-4. I bet you won't. A big year. Football there is so day.
A big
Which
year.
means something will happen.
PSG, Miss Rome rough.
Oh, Masa Yeshomo. I will be
We
sure.
haven't done the
PSG back
questions.
to back.
So anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for always tuning in. Of course, like, share, subscribe, leave your comments in the session. Tell somebody else about Malango Podcast, the best podcast, football podcast in Africa, with the best 5 guys on this pod. We'll see you again next time. Until then, take care and cheers.